Alright. Good morning.
You good, sir.
Anyway, let me stop Spotify. There we go. So finally, I was waiting forever. Alright,
Yeah. Sorry to keep waiting. I was socializing.
socializing. Ganser,
Yes, I was.
you're too old
I
for
don't
that.
know. I'm too old for socializing, am I?
Yeah. You know those
Fair
things,
enough.
people talking to other people. So 80s.
I know.
Very
So 80s.
Alright, so how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Nice.
What about you?
Pretty good. I quite like there's the new TikTok fame. No, I'm kidding.
How's the other day doing?
I hate it. All right, so I'm still doing
I
the
hate.
mission. Um, now,
Yeah, I see you doing the compass pin at the moment.
yeah. So I got. So basically, I was thinking, what is the easiest and quickest way to do it? To do this. So basically, you go the target that you need to go to, right? And
Mm.
so I think the easiest way, the quickest way, is to have the distance to the target and the direction that you need to go. So I'm gonna rotate it. Actually, let's try. It's really cool. So if I
Potentially, it might not be easier. In fact, it almost definitely might not be easier, but it might be clearer. If you rather than a UI element, if you made the pin a 3D element, like a component of Josh, and you had it point in 3D space rather than converting 3D to
no,
cartesian,
I like that a lot more. Actually, yeah, that's a
you
good
could
point.
you could still place it in the same part of the screen, like top middle or wherever you're putting it, but just have it like so it gives you some depth perception with pointing rather than converting it to flat.
You know what? Screw this thing. I'm gonna try that. So let me just preview what I'm not gonna do because I think this looks. Alright. So yeah, like yeah, see like that. I mean, it's moving
It
very
worked.
slowly,
Yeah.
but the idea is that you will like. Of course, it's all fake. It's just like moving. Actually, let's wait. It's long. Maybe 1 degree frame. Yeah, the idea is like you have like okay. Now your idea is much better though, right? I quite like in
Oh,
3D.
it's a it's an actual like radar thing that spins around
No, 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 no,
things.
no, no, no. It's just it's. I only wanted to see a movie. No, no, it's a
Ah, okay.
no, no. It's
It,
a compass pin. No, no, like it
shouldn't,
points to
shouldn't
where.
it shouldn't it rotate around the fat bit and have the thin bit be the pointer?
No, I think like you know like those cone, right? You are the pin of this cone, and then the cone goes outward, like your field of view, right? It just goes what I can see from my field of view. It's all like it's a. I mean, I just found this bitmap in the Unreal Engine thing. It's not even like correct, right? So, but the idea is that you are this bit here, you are the bit at the top, right? The puntiform bit, and then this is just sort of like your field of view. But I like your yeah, but screw this. This is like this is sloppy.
I
I
feel
mean,
like it might read wrong because I think the common perception might be that the thin bit is where you're aiming.
I see what I mean. Yeah, yeah,
Like
okay, yeah.
I know what you're saying about the field of view and that line of sight stuff, but because it's not actually reflecting your line of sight and giving you a point inside that cone. It's showing you the direction you're looking at. I think it needs to go thinner out.
Yeah, yeah. So let's do it. Let's try. I mean, to be honest, right? It's not horrible.
It's not bad, no.
It's just he can have his own merit, but I like a lot. Actually, I like a lot the 3D idea, but is that too much to do now? Is it just like because this thing like it will work now? It would just have a better image and it would just work, right? Mm.
Mm. How much work would it be to? So I mean, it would just be so we'd need to make a mesh for it, not particularly hard.
Yeah.
And then we'd add it as a component to Josh.
Yeah.
And then just do some aim at math, I guess, and have it always aiming at the target.
So how would that work? Like, it would just do.
Yeah, that's a point because if you're directly facing it, the thing's going to be flat pointing forwards. Oh yeah, because does it? I don't know. Does it rotate? Does it aim based on Josh to the target, or from the marker to the target, from the camera to the target?
No,
What would it follow?
he aims the 2 points. And let's say, okay, let's put back our actually, let's do it because it's a lot easier to do. Let's do it. So if we go, okay, we go the.
I'll make you a cone mesh quickly.
We go. The guy is here, right? Is the tutorial character at the moment, just playing an in-place animation. But so, like, if our aim is to go to that guy, right? Then the actually, you know what? I'm gonna write the code so we can have a look. Like graph. So get SPP human character PP. And this needs to be. This needs to be. Like the correct, like get whatever whatever uh whatever pawn we are using, but for now let's just assume it's the character PP. The get actor location, right? Get actor location.
Yeah.
Okay. And then okay, we save this guy. Then we do then we do how do we get, what is this function doing? Get player pawn. Oh, do we have to do that strange get all act, like if I put this guy in the level, should I, what is the quickest way to access it? Like I need to do get all class of type blah blah bullshit.
Get all actors of class.
But isn't that a better way to say, why not just give me that thing? I don't want to search every time. Can we save a variable or something?
Well, you could search it once on begin play, set it as a variable, and then you've got it. Because it's not like it's going to be deleted and recreated and has to be.
No, actually, no, it's gonna be deleted and recreated because like once it's doing it, I don't know, like cat pass. Once it's doing a step up, once it's doing the climb up, right? So the actor will be, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, but is it going to be low frequency enough that it's not bad to search it every time? So you search it once and then save the variable, and then you just use the variable until you need to research it again.
Yeah, no, but I don't think like even like doing this search is completely fine. Even like doing it every frame is just like, you know, just like an array search is fine. But what I'm thinking of like let's go tutorial. I can't read the fucking. Why can I read this thing? Tutorial. Why there are two? Sub editor. Probably this one. So what I'm wondering is like, surely there must be a better way to not to say, oh, I got this in the level. It's just like this is the pointer. Do not search for it. But anyway, for now, how do I get access? Like get a copy. Is this the one? How you?
Yes. So that's assuming you know the index of it.
Yeah,
Is there only going to be one existing at any given time?
yeah, yeah.
So it'll always be index 0 then.
Yeah, I mean, we will do a check if it does is if the array is not empty, blah blah. But for now, I just want to have like a quick, yeah.
Yeah, then you can do like a find thing if you know what the reference is, but yeah, I think just do that. Just do index.
Yeah. So, well, so basically, what we're doing here is get at the location, get the location. So we do do- so this guy minus this guy. It doesn't really matter which way. I mean, yeah, it matters, but one or the other. So this guy minus this guy, and then we normalize. Actually, we don't even need to normalize. Yeah, actually, let's normalize. Normalize. So this will give us the direction of one is one is the other, and then we take the what's the axis? The
You'd
x,
want the z x. What?
the
No.
x, right? How do I get?
Um.
And then we set it
Yeah.
to set it to. We
Yeah,
don't
I guess
even
you would
need
want
the
it.
compass angle. Oh, okay. Let's set the x to compass angle. Why not? It's just it's just be cleaner. And then
Oh
okay.
shit! I just realised I was supposed to check the heat in the server room before I came on. I'll be back in a sec.
Amateur gang, how are you doing? All right, so okay, save this one. Hey, perfect. Good morning. I mean, this is true. Okay, yeah, wow, it's a bit weird. What the hell? Okay, x-axis is not looking nice. Um, right. Let's print these values because these
Back.
all right. So yeah, I think we got something. It's a bit random at the moment, but let's see the values. So this is yeah, this looks like yeah. So x is the actual what x? Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's sensitive, isn't it?
Sorry.
It's sensitive, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, it's not wrong, but so okay. Uh,
Do you know,
actually,
do you know what? That might be all we need. We maybe don't need the 3D thing.
yeah, maybe it's yeah. Let's try. Yeah, let's see. I think like until we
I've sent you
see
the
working.
I've sent you the 3D pin in case you do want it.
Nice.
But I think the 2D might be enough.
Actually, can you make it a 2D one? Just whatever, like really, like yeah, one of those compass thingy there. Uh, actually, yeah, what I did like about the compass thing is that because they are symmetrical, you don't know which way you are really pointing. I mean, we can have different colors, but I don't know. Let's just do it like okay, yeah, you need to go like just a unidirectional one rather than a bi-directional.
But I mean, at the moment, I literally just gave you a 3D cone.
Yeah, no, exactly. Just give me as well a 2D cone. I mean, because that one looks a bit sus. The one that I'm using now. Right. Okay. So normalize. Okay. Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay. What is this guy here now? Right. So -9. Yeah. I mean, it looks. This is 1. Okay. This is -1. Okay. This is. You know what? I mean, the number look. Yeah. The number look pretty good, to be honest.
Out of curiosity,
Why is it doing that
what
weird
is it?
move?
What shouldn't it be based on the camera's forward vector rather than the actual location? So as you pan the camera around, you're looking for it.
I don't think so because it's where you need to go, right? It's not where you're looking, right?
Um, I guess so. But if you rotate Josh on the spot, it won't change, will it? Like if you just turn him around,
No,
it won't
exactly.
be like.
Yeah, it won't change, But that is correct because if you rotate on the spot, you still need to go.
Yeah. Is that going to be? I wonder if that's going to be confusing for people. I wonder if people are going to want to be able to look for it rather than walk for it.
Yeah, maybe that's. Yeah, because like, so if you do here, right, you still need
Yeah.
to go there, but then that may be confusing, right? I don't know, like, is it?
Yeah, I almost.
I mean, you're never gonna play like this, so like.
Because like traditionally in games, when you've got the compass, especially when they do like the bar and it's like the circular compass style thing, it will turn as you turn your camera, so that you're facing. So you're finding out whether or not you're facing the target, and then you move towards it.
See again, sorry.
Well, like in traditionally in most games, when they got a compass thing, it will rotate the compass as you turn the camera around, so that you know whether or not you're facing it. Because if it's across a long distance, you moving isn't really going to impact the needle that much if you're not going towards it. If you happen to be going away from it or side to side, the needle's not really going to change. So you're not really
Oh,
gleaning any information from that.
oh, yeah, but that gives you your rotation, right? And the way that you can guess it if you're going on the right direction is that
Oh, the target distance.
yeah, but that is it's quite hard to because then if that is only your own rotation, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, it may be more intuitive to look at, but
I'm just gonna have a look quick in Drew's brief and see if there's anything resembling a compass pin that I
yeah,
can
certainly.
pull from. I have a feeling there won't be, but we'll have a look.
Yeah. So like,
And he's done a 180 on the graffiti stuff, hasn't he? He doesn't want graffiti stuff anymore.
I don't know. He doesn't want the graffiti.
You told me he doesn't really. He wants clean, not gritty urban.
No, I mean that is my assumption. Don't take my word for
Right.
it. From what I actually this works quite well. Actually, if the bitmap was yeah, I don't know. Does it work well? Okay.
Does the underground map have a UI here thing? Right.
I'm gonna sec. Why is it? It's
Gates
not.
and markers.
Damn
See,
it.
so in the gates and markers section of this design brief, he has got one, and I don't know if it was just for the color reference because it's like it's that lime green, so much be a color reference. But it's a pace car for like a marathon race, and it's got a laser pointer pointing at the floor for the runners to follow.
Okay, let me get the. Can you share the image?
Oh yeah. I'll just share my screen in a sec. This laser. I wonder if we could do anything with that. I don't know how we would, but I wonder.
Yeah, I saw this one, the gate. Yeah, the laser gate. Yeah, that was when the was from Kichogi 2 hours marathon.
Yeah, because he doesn't really have anything in here in the way of directional stuff, except there's some arrows up here. Like these sort of
Oh yeah.
sign arrows.
Mm.
Would we want an arrow?
Yeah, maybe an
I mean,
arrow. Yeah.
there would definitely be there'd be no illusions as to which way it's pointing. You'd know for sure which way it was pointing.
With the arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, if we replace it with the arrow, are we going arrow here? Arrow.
Yeah, probably. There'll be some
Okay,
default
yeah,
arrows.
go.
Oh, actually, yeah, you could use the arrow decal that you could just use the arrow texture that I'm using for the time trial decal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just use like the arrow too, because that's centered. In the middle.
Okay, maybe a little bit too thin, but that's fine.
Yeah, we can custom it
Yeah.
if we like it.
Yeah, I mean, it works, right? But okay, it's the other way around, so it's.
Yeah.
No,
Would you rather I could flip the texture upside down, the arrow upside down, or you could one minus the map, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can get. One sec. No, this
Do
is
we want
correct.
it?
Why this is correct? Well, how does it work?
So, is the problem when you get close to it, or is the problem when you cross the horizontal line?
No, I think like this axis is.
Yeah, it doesn't like it when you're parallel with him, does it?
No, he likes it, but he does the other way around. Well, one sec. Am I just doing minus 180 for no reason? Let me try to kill one minus 180. Well, no, because then it won't. No, yeah, see, that doesn't work. So, no, it's the other way around. What the hell? But this is correct now. I'm a bit confused by like.
I wonder if you'll have to, rather than what you're doing, I wonder if you'll have to do polar to Cartesian
Um,
to make it work.
well, no, it's Cartesian, but like, yeah, the polar angle should be. Mm, yeah, no,
Or
yeah, no,
wait,
there is something.
no. Do, mm, you could do rather than how you do, you could do a look at location and then take the Z rotation, the Z component of the rotation, and just use that to rotate the arrow.
Yeah, but it's the same thing that we're doing, right? No.
Yeah, but Unreal might treat it differently and it might work. I'm not saying it's like a better method or a different method. I'm just saying Unreal might like it more.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so like a lot of the tricks sometimes with Unreal is just finding the way that Unreal likes to do it, rather than actually determining what is and isn't the right way. So, what way works.
So, oh, hello, Prama. Thank you to join the stream. Yeah. So,
Ew.
sorry, no, normalize. Sorry,
Like his
me.
love, like his life. Are we wanting that arrow thicker as well, by the way?
Yeah. Probably like a proper arrow, right? And
I kind of
minus.
like the style. I like the style of it though. I think it works.
So this is the other way around. So,
Or I wonder if, rather than doing it from Josh to the target, if you do it from the target to Josh,
yeah,
because
but
the
it's gonna
target's always stationary.
yeah, but it's gonna be the same thing because one of the two axes will be, will be swapped. So if we do the other way around, it would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? It didn't
It
change.
is smoother. It is smoother though. Looks less jittery.
Really?
Unless I'm imagining it, but I think it's less jittery. It's still wrong when you're parallel with him, but
Yeah, like the hell? I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Like, how does it?
see, I think it's because Unreal does some weird stuff when you cross the 180 mark. for rotations where it flips between positive and negative.
Oh yeah, there is
Oh.
that.
So I'm
Yeah, there
wondering
is
if
that singularity there. But what I don't understand is that the whole axis is correct, and then it's not. Like, yeah, like it's rotating the wrong way, but like, it's correct up to no, actually, it's just the other way around. So why? Say how can we? Hmm. I'm not. Yeah, I'm a bit confused by this thing. So let's check the math here. So the angle there is what?
where's my music? Bum, 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 bum.
So that doesn't actually change it. That's
Let the fall through the door.
one sec. Am I?
I just met
Am I hitting half when
Sorry?
what? I'm utterly confused. Yes, I'm really. Can it even? Whoa. What is? Is that like the hell?
Is it just not changing no matter what number you put in there?
Oh, you know what? I may just be an idiot. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's no. Okay, so okay. I was being an idiot. So right. So this is I need to convert it to an angle. And the angle is so the arrow pointing up is just okay. So let's just convert this to an angle.
Soccer toe. I fucking hate trig so much. I've always despised trigonometry.
Despite what?
Trigonometry.
Trigonometry. Yeah.
Yeah, I despised it. Don't even know why. I just always have. It's been an absolute nightmare. So, did you say you wanted this arrow changing, like, other than just making it thicker?
Yeah, you know, maybe with the stem bit. I don't know, like maybe
Oh,
not.
okay.
I don't know. It's something that is like is it's just more like pointy towards the thing. Yeah.
Oh, rather than that little flat bit on the top, you mean?
Yeah, no, because it looks like very wide, so it's not very clear that the direction is like that. How do I like, so if we do so this would be uh
Wait, what's the halfway between? This is on
to normalize. So what is this?
60.
So so basic, right?
This is 200, so we want 100 between it. So we want to go to 260. And we want to go to 460.
Okay. Yeah. And this is pretty pointless because we can just take the x value like we were correctly doing that. So then we need to do a cross in uh, radians, and then we need to multiply by 180. All right, and yeah.
Discussion. I'm thinking, damn, if these walls can talk.
This pointing. Um, resulting radians. Ah, okay. If we do a cos in degrees, right? Result in degrees. Correct. Result in degrees.
I can't believe you can remember this off the top of your head.
I'm going crazy.
You thought this was going to be the easy bit, didn't you? You're like, math, that's my strong suit. I can do that.
Yeah, like. No, I'm gonna say, is this correct? No, sorry, I'm very confused with the arrow as well. Can you give me in the arrow the point? Actually, let me get.
It's not the arrow that's the problem. It's your rotate.
No, but
Rotating it.
I get terribly confused by the. Actually, you know what? You know what?
You,
I
go.
don't. Okay, yeah, I think right. So this is the angle Yeah. Okay, this goes from minus. Yeah, fucking hell. I mean, this is wrong. Uh, it's so this should point at, at angle 0, right? Yeah, I mean, I need to change this because hold on, give me an
120, 320, so 160. So 776.
okay. We don't have an arrow text.
All right, let's do a little bit. I mean, you're using an arrow texture right now. You're just rotating it the wrong way around, so you're pointing its arse at the target.
Yeah, I know, but I get confused with the direction. Sorry, I mean this may
You're
be
confused because you're rotating it the wrong way. Everyone's gonna get confused.
this maybe get me. Okay, so yeah, so no, I mean I know like it's the people point that's wrong. This is why I thought, what the fuck is going on? Right, okay, so like see do you see the problem here? The pivot point is rotating the middle. So
Put the pivot point. Put the pivot point on the bottom. Change the pivot.
I know I'm doing it, but like this was like I would say this doesn't make any sense.
That's what I said earlier. You're rotating its ass to face this.
Oh, did you say early? I didn't.
No.
You know, I always ignore you. Here we go. So this is rotating properly.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
No
Otherwise,
more of
it's
this
like
ass first shenanigans.
yeah. 3 hours later. Okay. Well, let's save everything. Uh, what's that? Is it still pointing wrong? No, like no, it's correct now. I just need to change it, right? What's that? Yeah. So now it's correct. I need to change it. Uh, no. What do I need to change it? It's minus 180, right? Yeah, minus 180. Equals minus 180. Yeah, okay. Check this out, baby. I don't know, like, I was like, what? No, one sec.
It's still wrong. What?
What?
Check this out.
No,
It's
no,
wrong.
no.
What?
It's correct. It's just that I'm doing the wrong offset. Offset.
Having the webcam then to
How
see your
I,
little
like,
head tilt was amazing.
no, I'm confused by the arrow still. Like, what direction? Like, I need to go this way if you point me that way. This is
See,
like,
this is what I'm saying. Have it base it on which way you're facing rather than where you're standing.
yeah, but
It's unintuitive to do it from where you're standing, weirdly enough.
no. But I still go. No. Okay, this doesn't work yet. This is yeah, but uh.
Right, I've just sent you a PNG of that on the stem. Are you? No, you're not. I'm using YouTube.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see you slowly losing your sanity over this. Just losing your damn mind.
I don't understand why this could
So,
possibly work.
what are you printing right now? The
No, I
the
mean,
vector between you and.
uh-huh. No,
Supposed to
this
be
is
printing.
correct. I just need the correct offset. I think. So you need to go there. Mate. No, it's not. It's still disappointing.
What? Hang on, that is always.
Oh, it's still not making sense at all. So we got this guy here. This angle.
Sup, Bortov?
Is this taking the piece at
That,
this angle?
that I was losing his mind right now. He's trying to get an arrow to point the right way, and it's absolutely destroying him.
What?
Yeah, but I think the problem is, so when you see how you max it out to the right and it hits positive 180, it doesn't then go positive 181. It goes -1,
Yeah.
and I think that's fucking it up when it flips. Yes, I am here. I'm always here.
Right, so graph, right. This is let me print let me print this value. Okay, let me print the correct value. It should be times 180 minus 180. Alright. Oh no, okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, no. I need to convert into radians, so no, okay. Okay, yeah, I need okay, I need to convert it into radian first, otherwise it will not work. Right.
Right, once you work that out, I'm just going to play for a minute before I get started on the shoulder hint thing.
Okay, so this is in radians. Okay, so this is minus, and this is 7.
You know, I know that like with the climbing, David sorted the angle of entry thing so that you can't do like inhuman angles of entry. You can
Yeah.
still get some funny ones. You can
Oh
still hit
yeah,
a weird
yeah,
angle of entry.
yeah, yeah. You will, yeah. Hang on a sec.
Make the jump. Okay.
I get it. I get this number. So 10 degree. Okay.
You know, the more I play it, the more I really like that the slow roll is based on your stamina, because it really forces you to pay attention to it and not just like ride it on fumes.
This low roll is based on the stamina. Oh yeah, yeah.
Although we maybe want to sync up the flash on the stamina bar to be when you're in slow roll territory, just so it's a bit more intuitive. Because at the moment, that's the flash on the stamina bar starts when you're under 50%.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So that's fine. Yeah, the problem is that we don't take into account. Yeah, okay, that's correct then. So because what is this thing? Because sorry, what's this? My mouse gone horribly wrong. Because so let's say that you have like the angle, like because it doesn't know the direction of the angle, right? Like if you're looking at left to right, it will say, oh yeah, it's 180 degree angle. If you're looking right to left, it's still 180-degree angle. It doesn't have that. So all I have to do is in reality I have to do 8 and 2 on the Y.
Because if you do that in polar, then it handles the 4 quadrants, doesn't it?
Yeah, 8 and 2 in. Let's print out 8 and 2 in degree.
So I was right earlier when I said do it in polar.
Well, it's not really. Yeah,
I'm a genius. I'm a genius.
it's not really polar, but you got the
Easy
right
mode.
idea.
Easy mode.
Yeah.
Well,
So. It's always. Yeah, let me check 1 second. Like, I got a message. Oh, is that you? Oh, yeah, that arrow is a bit better. Oh my, that arrow there is not too bad, to be honest. The one that we have now.
honestly, I quite like it. I like it without the stem, personally.
Yeah. Uh. Alright, so sorry. Let me check. 8 and 2. Eight.
What? I made that joke. Oh, also, the decal for the session mark is huge, by the way.
The decal for the session marker.
Yeah, the footprints on the floor, it's really tall. If you stand on top of it, it prints
Oh,
on the
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I need to fix that.
I mean, I can do it now if you want. It's just a blueprint component, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'll adjust that now. Oh, decal actor. There it is. Okay. Do you set the scale when you spawn it, or in the actor?
I don't think we set any scale. Yeah.
Oh,
Have a
that's
look, I
probably
think-
why it's massive then. Okay.
Yeah, I think we don't set any.
That's fine then. I'll do it directly in the actor. In the decal actor. Yeah, okay. No, no, you must do. Because otherwise it would be way bigger than it is.
Oh, the scale, yeah, I think. Yeah, but I think it's scale all the axes. Thing. Oh no, I think what was the thing is the what is the offset, to the pelvis thing, right? We need to. I still don't understand that because that it should be the root, but um, yeah, I don't get
No, but-
why the pelvis is the actor
No,
location.
what I mean is like the decal here is like the size of Josh's feet, which is about right. It's just really cool. But if I just drag it in, they're massive.
No, I
So
know,
you must be
but
scaling it somewhere.
But yeah, I do scale it, right? But the thing is, right, I keep the Z scale to 1, otherwise it will you will not see because it will start the from the pelvis. Which actually, can you?
No, no. Oh, because you're not
Yeah,
offsetting by half the capsule. You mean?
yeah, but because I think that is wrong. I think the root, the get after location should give you the root, which is always like underneath the feet. I really don't know what's going on there, but yeah. So if you wanna change the size, actually, can you?
There's no point changing the Z scale if I'm not offsetting by the capsule or half
Yeah,
capsule
but
radius.
the point is that you shouldn't. Can you spawn? I don't know, like, can you move an object there at get after location? Can you just I don't know, put a sphere in the where the actor location is, because I really think it's wrong. Yeah, what was it doing? Oh yes, the 8 times 2, 2, 8 times 2.
Yeah, that's where it placed it. I mean, it pushed Josh out of it because I didn't have the collision off, but
That is get actor location.
yep. Actor location, self, or Joshy boy.
That's so annoying.
Yeah. It is indeed.
Well,
So either we
because
either deal with it or you have to like find a way around it, I guess.
can you get everything is can
Yo.
you get let me give you the correct thing.
You're right, David.
Good man. How is everybody?
Oh, here we go.
That has been
So
that has been
flow.
losing his mind trying to get a 2D image to rotate.
I don't
How
know
long's the
what's
stream been
funny
going?
about it, really.
Stream's been going an hour and a half. He's been on it. Actually,
Really,
maybe
like,
45 minutes. Well, maybe 45 minutes on trying to rotate it.
anyway, get mesh, get socket transform. Right, actually, can you see the stream? Can you do this in Blueprint? Get mesh, get socket transform, like root as the board name and word location.
Can I just... Yes, hit transform.
Yeah. You got it?
Can I... Yeah, but I need to give it a component as a target.
No, it's yourself. Well,
Does that count as a scene component?
What's that? Let me check. What
Self
is
doesn't
it?
count as a scene component, does it?
No, you need to give it the mesh. Give it the mesh.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
And root name. Sorry, socket name root.
Yeah, that's just what. Yeah. Try to, and then you do get location. Yeah. Try to do that. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah, told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, use that.
Well, I told you. I didn't argue it.
Yeah, because like get actor.
Oh, because get actor location gives you Josh's pelvis, not his root. And Dado didn't like it, so he was trying to work out how to get the location for it. And then we got it, and he's like, "Told you."
How to get the location of the root?
Yeah, rather than the pelvis.
Oh, that's just get socket location, no?
Yeah, that's what we just done.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because I really don't trust that get actor location madness, because I really don't like the way Unreal uses the capsule. To me, it's just pointlessly complicated. Like, why do you need to rotate the character minus 90 degree for just adding a little bit more misery to your trigonometrical skills?
In most of our traces, to be fair, though, we actually use the root location because also like it was weird use it because the pelvis is also just this like random height off the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's like when you're doing a trace, it's like, what? How I'm just, and you're like, I wanted to go a meter high and a meter low, but when you get active location, it's like, I'm like 95 off the ground already, I think, and it's just like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, we would just do. I think we have a C++ version that's just like get bone word location.
Yeah.
Oh, your session marketplace is at actor location then.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. Yeah, because set actor location that moves the whole capsule to a specific point, but
so
yeah, we need to do that properly. Because the session marker as well. Sorry.
Rather than me changing the decal here, should we just keep using the marker location and you correct how you set the marker location?
Yeah, well, I need to correct the marker in general anyway. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Well, Sunday, but tomorrow.
I'll just leave it on marker location then.
Yeah, because so rather than that, because what I'm actually gonna do is because there's a couple of things we need to fix for that actually. Because obviously, first of all, we have to stop whatever montage we're playing, and then we need to work together actually and get a good transition from basically back to that location, right? So currently now it just snaps there, which it works fine, but it is a bit like it's just like, if that makes sense. It's just like, wow.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I did not describe it. I was like, what's the sound effect for teleporting?
I know exactly what you mean, because when I started killing Guns Code there, I just I thought it looks a little bit ropey, but let's kill all the code. Yeah, but now it's a bit yeah.
It's an unnecessary shot.
So yeah,
shot across the down for no reason.
so but actually probably tonight then, Guns. Like this evening, Saturday evening, or tomorrow. Let's
What day do you think
yeah.
it is?
What I'll do is I'll get you, because basically, I think with the session marker, but we can actually let's decide now as well here. Do we want the transition during it, right? What do we think? Are we thinking of a fade to black? Or do we want some kind of thing to happen to the character when he transitions to actually the new location?
I mean, the fade to black how it usually works, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like sort of, sorry.
Oh, I think the fade to black is like the standard way to do it. The thing is, I really don't trust those transitions in Unreal. It always looks to me that they're a bit sus. I would really avoid doing the fade to black because it just doesn't. There is something in there that it just screams, "Oh, I'm gonna glitch out at some point." I don't know why, but there's got this feeling of that.
Well, we can play around because we could do like some effect on the character because basically all I'm saying is that I'd like the transition to be more than just snapping him there.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if it's whether that's a screen thing, but we can decide that. So I think if for you, if I get basically the actor moving to the right location, the animation. Now the question is, do you think when you do back to session marker, the animation should just be like I think so. It should just stop instantaneously, right? And then you should just teleport back. It shouldn't be like finish what you were doing.
I think it depends on how you want to handle hiding the teleport. If you're like, however we do it, blacking out the screen, you can just cut the animation dead. It doesn't matter. If you are leaving the screen in any way visible enough that you can see Josh, we need to find a way to like pull you out of the animation rather than just cut it. Maybe not wait till you finish, but like to pull it.
That's easy. That one's easier actually because then it's just a case of playing whatever effect you want on Josh, right? Like, keep playing the animation, and then once I teleport, I just need to kill any animations playing, like any montages. I'm just gonna stop them with zero blender, so it just stops completely, and then you're just in locomotion. But then yeah. So we need to basically we just need like a reset Josh state. So I might actually see if we can code up a function for that. So like it's like just resets Josh as a whole to like no montages, no nothing, just play idle in whatever location you are. Yeah, so with that, yeah, I do think no, that makes sense. Okay. So if I get that for you, and then that should fix that marker location thing as well. So the marker location should be accurate. And if the marker location is accurate, then you can put whatever you want to put down on the ground, all good. And then we can look at then we can decide how we want to do the transition. Because if we get it to the point where naps there, like keep rolling forward or whatever, that kind of shit, then we can look at transition after.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll do that for you to I'll do that today, tonight, a bit tonight, and then tomorrow. And so that should be done for you tomorrow night. So
I mean, it's not too much of a stress. I've set up like a fake version, like just the socket, to get the route and use the location, just so I can get the decal size right.
It's literally going to be the similar code in terms of
and then
position.
Once I get the size right, I'll just put it back to marker location, and then it will just until you do the marker location, you just won't be able to see the decal. But it's internal, so it doesn't really matter. No, that's fine there because that doesn't overlap with the shoes anymore. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, so just until you do that, we just won't be able to see the footprints ourselves.
Yeah. That was the big thing with the session marker. Could you show me the UI again? Sorry, it looked quite good actually. Let me just see what's the state of it.
Let me just pull this out of the way. So it depends what we're doing. That's what it is with the session marker at the moment. Using like the wireframe type thing. But I'm testing this at the moment. I don't know why that dropped so much.
That a lot more funky. I really like that.
That's funky.
It's very cool, but it's not particularly readable, which is what I need to address tonight. Like, do I rotate the mesh so I emulate the camera angle we would have had? Do I?
What's this? This is for inputs, right? So if you move around with Josh, is that going to follow you?
Oh, we could set it up like that. It doesn't currently. No, this is playing a cat pass tutorial. So this would be showing you how to do like a cat pass.
So
Yeah, but like if you move Josh, the controller goes with you, right?
Oh, okay, so it actually reflected your input as well.
okay, yeah. I mean that looks a bit questionable now, but like
But
when
it-
it's static on the screen, it looks quite like when it's 3D in the world, it looks quite nice, actually.
Oh, come on. But yeah,
So,
I mean,
yeah,
it would just like, it would come up, do the tutorial, and then fade away.
Yeah, that looks cooler. I mean, the controller in general just looks better. It looks a bit more unique, personally. I like this one way more. Just looks.
It was,
You know,
yeah,
it
it
just
was,
looks more stylish. You know, more stylized.
it
Like,
was
looks
fun
like-
to work on.
Yeah, the session one. I fucking hate that box. It's just the box is just so.
The box came from data.
No, I know, and I know why. Though.
I don't know. Tonight, Gant is very angry with me. I don't know why. Was I like a revenge for deleting all your stuff?
No, deleting my stuff. I've come in with a
No,
weird
yeah,
energy. I had a couple games of Smite earlier with a mate, and I've come in with weird energy. I'm just I'm
Okay,
fighting.
yeah, yeah. I'm really low energy today. So. After all of the
I'm not
TikTok.
like because I can see very much why we have because we do need that kind of like background because we're in a white box. But like if we could figure out a way to like not
See,
have the box.
I think drop the border and just make that background an image so that we can fade the edges properly. So it's dark where we got the information and it fades out on the sides.
But
The
but
border's too harsh. It's 2D looking.
Yeah.
so a couple of questions there, right? Why is it like? Can you set the anti-aliasing to like super mega good in the character we're playing, or actually, yeah, like can you bring up the controller again?
As in game or the actual controller?
In game. Can you just play the game with the now? See, I think right the session marker should be just highlighting that thing and then say travel and
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Well, yeah, like this, the 3D thing following Josh is like the perfect. This, it's like this, right? If it was okay, not on his head or whatever, just to the side of him, but like 3D showcasing the session marker, the controls with the tech, obviously a bit closer, whatever. Like I think the session marker in 3D with Josh, and even and follow Josh around, that would be really good.
yeah, but so
Because, sorry, go ahead.
no, it's just my question there is like why the anti-aliasing is completely atrocious there. If we fix the anti-aliasing, it's definitely a go for me.
Yeah. No, I agree. Look, I can see this being really cool because there's something about like this 3D that just makes it look so much more alive than that 2D screen. Like the 2D just looks so flat and lifeless, whereas this just feels so dynamic. And like obviously, if we have it where you press the button and it like highlights itself, right? And like yeah, like even like as you're turning and stuff, like the inputs, like and all that, like yeah, just you know, like, and obviously we could position it like more depth from
Yeah.
Josh and whatnot. And so that, and they even have it so that it rotates with the camera, right? Or whatever like we want to do with that.
But that's one of the things I was going to say was how do we, if we want to focus, for example, on the cat pass, we really want to focus on the trigger and the thumbstick. Do we like rotate and punch the controller in the same way we would with a camera?
No, I think for the session, the way we handle the session marker might be different to how we handle the cat pass inputs. Because so the session marker this way I see working really, really well. Like
Mm.
it just because we're gonna put it right by Josh anyway, right? Like the box is right by Josh, but this way now it looks like, oh, it's actually so like, yeah, imagine like that, but then just by Josh, the two little things, and you're like travel thing, but the controller moves and the text is like attached, and it looks all like it looks 3D in place and right by it, and the text is 3D and everything looks nice. And it just feels alive. The inputs are a bit more difficult because you kind of need separate, doing some crazy shit in terms of moving around, spinning, like jumping over walls, and then if there's a wall in the way, how is the controller going to look? So you kind of have to have it in a way that it's always visible, in like a uniform way. Although it is, but it's cool having it in the world in 3D. It's gonna be tricky to try and like perfect that. No.
But you can't. We can't do both, can we? We need it to either like always be the 3D model or always be the 2D image.
I think so. Because then,
we have to have
we
some
fork
uniformity.
the code and say, oh, let's have this little bit for the hints, this bit.
Yeah. No, for sure. But I think if they're both, it's just about figuring out that the 3D way for the controller inputs, how we're gonna go about, like, how do we present that in a way that's super clear and like consistent? Because the session marker I see being very good, like that, like we're looking at that controller there. I'm envisioning just having the D-pad, or like that, all that just that left side of the controller with whatever, and then some 3D text there, and it's just looking real nice. Like I could really, really get behind. I think that look really, really good.
Hopefully, I'll get it set up now quickly.
The controller I can see being a bit. It's just so big to have it follow Josh. It just looks a bit weird. It looks like, I don't know, like a transformer next. I don't fucking know. And we do, but then the controller in 3D looks sick as well. So it's like.
But the thing is as well, what I do have built in, as messy as it is, we can hide components. We can hide inactive components, and we can do gradient fades and stuff. So we could hide like the whole left half of the controller, and just have the face buttons, right thumbstick, and trigger show. Face buttons mainly just for context, what side of the controller you're on. So you could actually have like half the controller hidden if you're only doing stuff on the right half. And it would make it a bit less cumbersome.
Yeah. But then when inputs start to become more complex, how is that gonna?
Yeah, if you ever get to the point where we've got inputs that span the whole controller,
like, once we get like climb B and jump to
then we've just got a stonking controller on the screen.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because it's not straightforward. But I definitely think, I mean, for me, I don't know about you, man. 3D looks 10 times cooler than 2D. So the 2D one we've seen before looks pretty unique too. I've not really seen games do that, which is always nice to like try and push, try and innovate in some way, I guess. Really, yeah.
I think ironically, the 3D stuff is easier than the 2D stuff, which like used to be the case then when you were lazy. Say yes, doing 2D is gonna be easier than in 3D, but like it's in 3D there is got a unique feeling about it that is
100%.
The thing is, like, we don't have any good graphics slash motion graphics, design. One of those people that makes really kick-ass all the animation, presentation, blah blah, and like if you want to do something in 2D, you need that sort of people
100%.
to, because otherwise it just look amateurish. Like with the 3D stuff, he can look kick-ass just because like the way you present it. And
no, it's so true. Like I think 2D, 2D is really can look amateurish unless you do really well. If that 3D, I like it.
I think 2D is way it's ironic, but I think like 2D for us is way harder than 3D.
Mm.
If we
Where
give
do
it
you...
enough distance off of Josh, could it just work? And then just keep the character rotate. I'm just wondering, like,
I
or
think
if we
so.
just say for like the when you have the cat pass thing prompt, because I'm wondering, it's like if you have the prompt active, can you just not move Josh? But then that feels so like, because like I'm seeing this right. If it popped up like how to do a cat pass and it showed that, right, and then you moved it and maybe it like hid it or something, or like blurred it out or whatever, or fade it. I don't know, something to make it. Then it's like, okay, the focus goes off of the controller and back to Josh, kind of thing. I'm thinking, how can we like transition the
Mm.
focus based on like inputs, maybe? And because
Yeah,
then I'm like, if the controller rotated to face you, right, or face the camera, right, which you can, that's pretty straightforward. We can do that easily.
yeah.
Then at least then it's like, okay, well, it's always center, and we're never like, am I looking at this thing from the back? Like, no, you're always looking at it front on, right? So it's always like, the input's never confused. So that's like, that first thing would make it look good. And then, I mean, to be honest, if we could just, if it faced you, I'm wondering, because then the only time I feel like it could be a problem is if okay, what rather than facing you, could we not have it rotate around Josh?
Rotate
Rotate
around
around
Josh.
them.
So okay, so I know it sounds stupid. So basically, so if you see Guns, if you turn to the side right now, right, you see how the controller is layered on top of Josh.
Right.
Yeah, and if we rotate the
Oh,
camera to face the camera, it will face Josh. It will face us, right? But
but you
the
also want
problem
it
is
to
that
pivot
it will
around him
still
at the
be
same
layered on
time.
top. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
thinking if it's now facing us, but on the right side of, so it's always on the right side of Josh, no matter how we face Josh. So if you
In
think
theory,
of like the boon, it's almost like it's like a boon attached from there to Josh, and the boon swivels round with the camera rather than
well,
it just the
I mean,
controller
honestly,
itself.
that's probably
Just
how I'd do it then. We'd attach it to like a spring arm or something. Because this is
yeah,
just being added as a component to the player character.
yeah. Because then what could happen as well is that yeah, because then with that it's like what's it called? Um then we maintain that distance off of Josh first of all, and it will
Yeah.
always face us. And then now, if you're running sideways now, the input is just on in front of Josh. Do you see me? So now, if you're running sideways, the input
Yeah.
would be on the right of Josh facing us. If you're running forward, it'll be on the right of Josh facing us. If you're running left, it will still be on the right facing. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's always on the that relative like position on the right of this. Like it never moves from the screen or camera. Josh can turn around or whatever. So yeah, if Josh
Yeah.
faces that way, it stays the same because you basically link it to the camera and not Josh. That's basically what.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, if I just make it a child of the actor rather than child of
Yeah.
Josh. Yeah, rather than, yeah, that would work.
Does that
Um,
make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it well. I might be explaining shitly, but
no, makes sense.
cool.
My,
I think that could work then actually. Same goes for the session marker. Like exact same way.
But my biggest concern at the moment with the controller is that looking at it face on like this, the triggers and the bumpers don't read very well
Hmm.
because you can't really tell. Like I know that we know it's a trigger being pulled. We can see the
Yeah,
rotation.
no, but
We
you can't.
already know the input.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we need the we yeah
You
we
need
need
that
that
sort of
angle
angle.
there, right? We need a different angle, and then we sort it, right?
But do we
Like
do that
we
by?
need the yeah, no, but like for every like hint, we need a general, like we need the master angle, right? In which your controller is like the 000 of your
Yeah.
rotation is your preferred angle from the hint
Yeah.
that you want to show, and then like
Yeah.
you additively rotate that on top of around
Yes.
your camera, so it's always having
So we
that
just
point of
reverse
reference at
engineer
0 0.
how we done it with the camera. So rather than move the camera around the controller, we rotate the controller. So we're pointing so rather than like when we're doing it before with the render target and we'd move the camera like over here, we're just doing that backwards, aren't we? So that rather than moving the camera there, the controller in world space is going to angle
the controller is rotated, and then we rotate around the controller, like you were saying with David.
Yeah. Okay.
That worked pretty well, you know. I think that worked really well. That I did that of tilting it each time, because then you can say like, because then for that session marker, right, face on, then I think then it's like trigger inputs, and you can generalize it for yourself, right? So that you don't have to be like, if it's cat pass, rotate this way. You can be like, okay, like volts, we know they're all trigger inputs, right? Or like any trigger inputs, we need to have clarity on triggers, so tilt it forward a bit and like, or sideways, or do whatever. But as long as the controller itself moves uniform, like the same way around the character, I think then as a hint system it's perfect, because then it's like it'll be the same for the session marker, same for the cat pass, same for the climb. It's all going to be the same.
No,
And
yeah,
that means
absolutely.
For the tutorial too, Dado, that completely eliminates that whole like input section that we needed to have. Like now we can just figure out a way to display like the checklist things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You just need to do that, which is so much smaller in text and can just be like, it doesn't need to be in like a fucking box or whatever, right? And we can even do that just like if it's on UI, fine, but it's just like it's small and just like it's like the time trial shit, right? It's small text, little checkbox. It doesn't have to be in your face, and it's gonna be super subtle.
Yeah. It's It's gonna be like, we need to have like a mission UI, which is like your targets, like you know, your objectives for the mission, blah, blah. And then like very easy, right?
Like that. Yeah,
very minimal, and
yeah,
then
that's
like
easy. That's
tick
what's like
box,
another
you know.
time trial UI. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The hardest part was really how we could, because I think the thing we were struggling most is how could we display the controller and then what to do.
Yeah.
But with that, it's like we can have the mission UI clear, and then if we really wanted to, we could have like some kind of like, I don't even know, fucking demo, whatever, like whatever it is. Or I think personally it could just be cool to have like a ghost or something, or just
you missed the you missed the couple of updates. Yes, at the moment, right? The idea is that we have another character, right? That is doing, like, he's playing the root motion animation of the cat path, right? Or like whatever he needs to do, right? In the world, and so the idea is like you are on a mission to do the cat path mission, right? So wherever you are in the world, we have a compass, right, pointing at where we spawn Josh in root motion doing the cat pass. Okay, so actually I'll show you on my screen. Let's see.
So sort of like a. So is it? I like this because it's sort of like a. Okay, this feels like a mission. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a
this
mission.
Feels like a mission. Yeah. It feels like a sort of like a, like go to the next spot to. Yeah, because that means like go to the next. It's like
exactly.
Navigate to this next spot using the moves you learned previously to be able to do this next one. Yeah. And then we can be like, after you've learned the climbs, the vaults start to be up high. So it's like, shit.
Exactly.
Okay, go to this spot to learn to. And we don't even need to tell them how to do the move yet, right? We can just be like, go to this spot to continue, or so like next thing is over here. And then when they get there, they see the cat pass.
Yeah, so like we got this guy here, right? We got this
you show your screen, I can't see.
I'm not showing the screen. No, on one second.
No, I'm not seeing it. The stream on. Hello, Bootyov. How are thou today?
So if you see here, right, we got this other character here. This is just plays an animation for now, right? This is just plays. Actually, it plays an animation. But let's just pretend that this was the guy that was doing the cat pass there, right? Mm-hmm. So we will have before Gans was taking the piece there, I'm doing that compass thing to like to show you where you need to go to find the guy that does the cat pass, right? So like that is actually the first half of the mission. It's just go there, right? Just find the so it sounds like a lot of Assassin's Creed, but I think it's cool. Anyway, you go here, right? And you find the guy that is doing the cat pass, or whatever he's doing for the mission that you need to accomplish. And then, see, I think, right, what it could be cool is, you haven't got root motion active on this, but let's just pretend that this will go over and do the cat pass, okay? What is really cool, I think, is that if you show the actual controller while is doing with the correct timing of him doing the cat pass, right? So the controller may be next to that guy, and when he jumps and doing the cat pass, we time the controller flick exactly the way you need to do it, right? In order to do the cat pass, because that is very, very clear. Let's say, okay, right, there's like we will show you there. Okay, you just need to prepare a little bit early, and then just do it, and then you can clearly see if you're doing it wrong. You can check on the guy and say, oh, I'm doing it too late, I'm doing it too early. I mean, if you are smart enough to do that, but I think that works extremely well.
I think that's, but I think if the controller's by him, because obviously once we have the hint system, right, we can have our on Josh hints, and then all these characters can extend from wherever and have a hint for them. Like we can make these actors, right, and they can have an animation to play a location and then a hint. That we can also be like, when the animation starts, fade in the hint visibility, play the hint at this exact time in this animation, whatever, do the blah blah blah. I like that a lot. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Because then I think that's quite. And then, because obviously the guy's just going straight, so you can just run around and be like, okay, shit, so this is how he does it. This is the control, and then you do it yourself, and then okay, that saves a lot of energy. Yeah, that's really cool. I like the thought of could we also like, because I'm thinking, I know we don't have the characters, but like, what is it like? Run jump, cat pass, dash vault, speed step, lazy vault, reverse vault. Can we not have the other STORROR members?
Yeah, I mean,
it's 6. We have a running jump, we have a cat pass, we have a speed step, we have a lazy vault, dash vault, reverse vault. That's 6. Minus Josh, obviously, because you're playing as Josh. So then now instead of mission, it'd be like, go to this, but it'd be like find Toby, or like find Sasha, and then Sasha. Okay.
Yeah.
And we already had the we already had the characters playing animations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They're
it's just
all
the same thing,
already
yeah.
retarget, right?
Yeah, so it'd be like find Toby, and Toby will just be up top somewhere doing a cat pass. Find Sasha, Sasha will be doing a 360, the reverse fold or something. Find Benj, and Jermaine, or then Drew can do like a big running jump. Like each one, whatever their like specialty is or whatever. Or, you know, just Josh has really good dashes, so he can do dashes. Like, do you know what I mean? And then you find each of the STORROR, and each of the STORROR kind of show you how to do one of the moves that are the vaults or whatnot. And then you have to go off. Yeah, I like that. Sounds like a fucking actual mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the find STORROR ideas. Yeah, that works well. Yeah, I like. This is cool. This is really cool. This works well. This is so much better.
Yes. Yeah. The only
We don't need the
doubt
crappy UI, like, because then it could just be like the UI is simple. It's just like it'd be like once you've done the move, it was just gonna be like, okay, he's done. Obviously, we have our state thing. Be like, okay, he's done a cat pass now in the area or whatever. Or he's got, like, we can obviously be like, have a little box where when you approach him close enough, that's when he does. Like, they can all be idling, right? And then when you approach them, they do it. They do the animation, and then the hint comes up and whatnot, and then the UI changes, and then once you've done the move in that vicinity or whatever, then it can be like, oh, okay, find now. Then it updates. It like ticks off find Toby, and then it can be like find Sasha.
Yeah. Like that. My only concern about that is having all 7 in MetaHuman is pretty expensive. I mean, we're probably gonna have never of more than 2 at the time, but yeah, I mean, let's put all of the 7 in the game and see how heavy it is.
How heavy it is, yeah. Because I'm also wondering, how heavy is this 3D render?
No, but
Well,
of the
where it exists
controller.
in the world, way cheaper than how we're doing it with the render target.
Really? Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's just a static and a skeletal, man.
Oh, you know, you've got a render targets. God forbid.
Yeah, how we're currently
I'm
doing
a
it,
mini
like
map
with the render
tank
target, is
too.
yeah.
Yeah, render targets are terrible. The performance-wise, they're just awful. They're really like a very.
No, I think render target is just a no-go. I think we just, unless we have a like a super mega important task to do it, and the only way to do it is render target. I think we should just avoid altogether. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
Oh,
just.
it has to be for the spring arm. Okay.
It just
this idea
yeah,
sounds
it just
good.
carries so many problems.
Fuck, I've got so much shit open here. So many tabs open.
Yeah, no, that idea sounds sick. Let's do it this weekend. Yeah, I'll be around tomorrow evening, and then Sunday or Sunday, so we can. I'll fix the session marker first. And then once that's fixed, and we've got that. Well, like if guys, if you do the 3D thing with the thing rotating around Josh, if that's right.
Yes.
And getting the thing to rotate to you. If you need code, like we might even be able to just because what might be the case is we can expose the spring arm and move it with the camera encode, just with get components. So yeah, if you get it working without it, then we can just put the spring arm and use it. If it's the same as the camera or whatever, similar logic, then yeah, that's all cool.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'll fix up the session marker for you so it doesn't do any weird shit anymore.
That's what I mean. The only thing it was affecting was the decal placement.
Say again, sorry.
The only thing that it was really affecting at the moment was the decal placement, was because we were using the
Yeah.
session marker as the location, but it set the pelvis, the decal's in the wrong place. But
I
as
see.
soon as that gets
It
moved
was-
down to the root, it's good. Gucci gang.
It's pretty shit though. To be, it was causing some bugs in the gameplay. Like when you went to it and you were like mid climb, but just like keep climb and like it try and pull you back to the same location. It was like fucking hell, that's pretty shit. So, although it's like it's a very specific bug, like you know exactly the cause and you can easily not do it. But it's
Yeah.
like it shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be there. So I'm gonna fix that. That's the first thing I'll fix, and then I'll help you out with the mission stuff and. Maybe I'll get the store in and do that. Yeah, that's cool.
So we already got all the STORROR and
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I remember doing them for the wall run videos.
yeah. No,
Remember
did
adding them.
we? Ah, no. Those were the
Ooh,
old STORROR.
no,
We
that's
got the new
old.
STORROR in the MetaHuman, which were
Yeah,
some of them are a lot better, some of them are questionable. I think, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember, but there was a couple of guys that they were like, yeah, not really.
Hey, what's up, clown?
But
they vaguely look like them.
you never see from the front. Well, okay, in the tutorial you may see them from the front. I mean, it's fine. I mean, we talk with Drew and we say, "Do we care about that?" I say, "No, we don't."
No, I don't think
we just want to.
The characters are gonna change throughout, so that's not even an issue.
Let me grab a quick coffee. David, I'd like to catch up on the TikTok thing, like quickly. But let me like.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, I was supposed to know ask about next. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm gonna grab a coffee and I'll be back in a minute.
Well, I'm talking
Gans,
to
I'm gonna leave your screen on the.
No. How the fuck does this work? Is this not what I want? Oh. I have fucking ticked manual attachment. No, that didn't. Oh, but it's definitely spawning it because I've started thinking performance. Okay, so what the fuck is this? So I have to add it as a child to the parent actor, which is Josh. Fair. And then how's things going? What's the latest? What's the 411? So Dado's trying to sort out some mission stuff for the tutorial, where you would find STORRORs in the world, and they'd be doing like cat passes, dashes, things like that, and showing you how to do the move. And to find them, you'll have like a little compass pointing in the direction with like a distance thing. So you have to actually, the first part of the mission is to just find them. I'm setting up at the moment our hint system rather than as a 2D UI element to exist as a 3D thing in the world. So for the session marker, for this and that, and then I'm setting that system up at the moment. But I'm trying to get it to, because at the moment it's parented directly to Josh. So if he turns away, you're not looking at it correctly anymore, which is not what we want. I want to parent it to the camera so that it's always facing you correctly, which is just, I'm trying to work out how to do. Because so let me just make sure this is working. So if I just no, oh, what's changed? Okay, so it is spawn far too large. How are you anyway? What are you up to, clown? I feel I feel really bad. Do you play or do you know of 40k? Warhammer 40k? Because every time I see your name, it reminds me of the Harlequins. But specifically, it reminds me of the was it the Phoenix Attorney meme where it's like, you're not a clown, you're the whole circus. And then it's just a picture of a Harlequin, like, thank you very much. So, if I want it to be relative to the camera, surely I just then attach it to the camera. You know of what I speak. Good man. Good man. Yeah, every time I see your name, it makes me think of that. So, is it just that? Wait, what am I doing it to the camera? No, I'm doing it to the spring arm. Maybe it needs to be to the camera. It's yeah. The bit that's confusing me is where is it spawning it? Oh! Right, okay. But then... So this really doesn't matter. I need to set this afterwards, so I need to set it relative to the... Currently, does the speed you're running up forward jump have an effect on halfway? Yes, it does. It's not... It's definitely not the final system as is. It does have an impact. Because how we do the motion matching, your speed affects everything. So when you're running up to a ledge and you jump, or if you vault or whatever, if you climb, it will look at our bank of animations and it will compare your speed, like your entry speed, what phase of step you're in, the height of your target, or the distance for the jump. And it will compare all that to the relative information for each animation, and it pick whichever real life mocap animation is closest to what you're trying to do. And if it's outside of a certain threshold, it's like it's too unrealistic. We're not picking one. If it finds the best animation it finds within that threshold, it will choose. So yes, the speed, it does affect which animation plays, and therefore how far you jump within the bounds of human ability. It is a little bit jittery at the moment, just early days. But yeah, it's not that inaccurate. It's pretty on point. It's just a little bit I don't know what word to use because I'm not coding, but I guess unoptimized maybe. It's young. It's a young system. Okay, so then I want to. Up a little bit. So there was a really good example actually when we were doing the playtest a couple weeks ago of someone trying to. Oh yeah, so they were running in here, cat passing this wall and trying to make it to this one. And quite realistically, if they done it too late, they'd still get a clean cat pass over the wall because we have animations for it. So if they'd done it like here-ish or something, it was a cat pass that was a very high arc because it would have to be. So it would go up, and most of the energy is going into up, and it would come straight down and land like here-ish, and it wasn't making it to the wall. But if you cat pass from sort of this rail-ish or maybe a bit further back, you take off, you pick an animation that takes off earlier, so you have a much shallower arc, and you go further, and then you make it here. You also need the speed for it. Side flip to pre and how he's figuring out how fast. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like speed and timing and that all impacts which animations get played. Yeah, no, 100%. That's going to be a thing. Yeah. Because if I leave it really late, I go up, like just straight up and over it. But if I do it from further back, then too late still. Let me do it from a bit further. I get that like more shallow arc. There you go. See what I mean? Whereas if you leave it really late, if you leave it too late, it doesn't do it. But you'll get that like you just made it over type thing. And if I just walk up to it rather than sprint. Oh, hang on, I jump back to. I wonder if we'll even have a cat pass for this height at this speed. Oh, okay, we do, but it doesn't go super far. But yeah, so if I just climb up here quickly. So if I try to make this gap, for example, just walking, or like just jogging, I can't make it. But if I sprint into it, I will make it. Aha! If I'm better at it. There you go. It was a little bit jittery with the collision on the wall, but the speed is impacting which animation gets picked and therefore how far you go. I think when that's honed to speed, jump time, and precision. Oh, 100%. Yeah. What I think the plan is, we want the game to be as accessible as possible for any immediate casual player. So you can just pick it up and you can do cool stuff straight away. Bam. Happy days, I can run up, I can do a dash vault, roll, walk off, feels cool. But then if you want to take it to that next level and you want to like do the really precise shit and you want to do the big jumps and stuff, it's like, okay, now you've got to pay attention to timing and speed and the right technique. Or if you want to do a really aesthetic line, you need to slow down, speed up, then you need to maintain that pace and stuff. So like easy access, high skill ceiling type thing.
All right.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've made no progress. I was talking to Clown about game mechanics.
Really? All right. So.
Yes. Actually, no, I've not made no progress. Actually, I've made some progress.
Yeah. So let's analyze this TikTok formula. What Have you
No, don't worry
found?
about it, Clown.
Hmm?
Chat to us all the time. I was telling Clown not to apologise for distracting us. Just
Ah,
talk to us all the time. It's fine.
what have you found, David, on the TikTok madness?
I don't think David's back.
There's no back.
He hasn't said anything to me.
Sorry.
He's not said anything to me.
Let's send me a message.
Oh yeah, so no, X is forwards, but
Let me search. Let me search.
do you know, if I was smart, I would actually add this component in the player character to get the numbers correct, rather than just guessing them.
You're eyeballing again. Eyeball.
No, like I would like add it here and drag it to the right place, and then just copy the numbers over, rather than just typing and guessing them. But there you go, like it's connected to the camera now, rather than Josh.
Yeah. But
Also, that aliasing issue, I think, isn't like specifically the mesh or anything. I think it's just the general project anti-aliasing is subpar, because the trees do it. I think this is the same thing as when Josh's hair is moving. Like I say, the trees do it. So I think it's just not very good.
what, the anti-aliasing?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, in the player character VP, I set the anti-aliasing to ridiculously stupid. In a bad way, because I just wanted to go very, very fast. But I mean, yeah, we will need to revise it. But why do we like is that the way we wanna do it? Like having the 3D controller like that? Don't we want? Yeah, I mean, like having the whole controller is way too much, right? But,
Yeah, I think so. Don't we?
I mean, that works well, to be honest. That works well.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not a render target, which is good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. As the camera punches out, it gets smaller because it's getting further away. And I'm guessing that means when you punch the camera in,
Oh, yeah. But
it gets a little bit.
yeah. But that's okay.
That's an interesting effect.
Yeah,
But
I think. I mean, to be honest, I think that's acceptable. I mean, it's.
I kind of like it. It's kind of cool that it gets occluded by geometry.
If that was the whole controller, then it would have been a lot clearer that, oh yeah, you're just in the middle there. Like just, yeah, this may be confused by, oh, but this is a sort of like UI element. Why is like that? But yeah, I think it's
that's the
fine.
only thing. Because this doesn't feel 3D anymore. I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah, but that might just be the angle, because the it's facing it completely square on now, rather than that little tilt that it had before.
Yeah.
So we're not actually seeing the depth of the mesh. I think if I just tilt that slightly.
Because now it feels like it looks more 3D-ish, but it looks still like it's a. Because when the whole controller was there and you saw the like width of it and the dimensions, it felt more in the world.
going to be way too much. Oh, it's on the wrong axis as well. What? How is that the wrong axis?
Oh, mate, yeah, Unreal's rotational stuff is crazy. Don't even want to like.
How on earth is that the x-axis?
Pitch your own roll changes for different things. Honestly, don't even. I've had this problem before.
I even flicked over to this screen to be like X
It's
forward,
mate,
Y is
honestly.
like.
I remember doing it once. It's like X, Y. It's like different things have it. Is like the way it is. It's like X, Y, Z. Some have it like Z, Y, X. It's just. I don't. Honestly, it's like some Coternious shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Are you connected to a socket for that?
For the session marker.
Yeah, for the.
It's currently it's attached to the camera.
Yeah, but the camera is attached to the head, and the head is like a chain of rotation from the root. So, like, you don't know if the x-axis is really the x. You know, it could be like a mix of everything because it just goes through the whole chain. So, yeah, it's not very, it's not very easy to detect that.
Screams internally. Anyway.
Right, so,
okay.
David, what did you find about our TikTok adventure? What are the patterns that we noticed?
So basically, so let me run you through it. So basically, the first thing is that posting at night is first of all, like you get way less engagement because now what I think it is basically like there are different peak times like to like things. So although you might peak users at like 6 or 7 or whatever it is, or like 8, 9, whenever the evening peak is, people love like using it to like in commutes, on work breaks, that kind of thing. So it seems like that midday slot around lunch is a real spike, but it's good because it gives the video, or saying like traction at the start, so that when it goes into evening, it's already has like a little bit of like oomph to it, so that it's not just like you just posted it and like it gets drowned out with all the 0 view videos. Then get the number one like source for views is always and will forever be gameplay. Like that's clear. That's 100% the case.
But
like gameplay.
Okay, so just let me jump in. Just I just wanna like analyze. Like I just wanna go deeper on on these 2 points already. So the peak time is it's highly dependent on your demographics, right? So we are still. Have we got like a graph with where our views?
So we are 92% between, so we're 72% 18 to 24, and then like 70%, 72% 18 to 24, and then like 20% 24 to 34, something like that, and then like the rest that we don't really. It's just like
No, but where in the world are they from? Like UK,
half of them are from the United States of America.
Sorry?
That's probably because we stream at 2 a.m.
No, but it's also because
no, it's TikTok.
it's because a lot of them are from USA.
Really? But then it doesn't make sense that to post 1 o'clock here, because 1 o'clock here in USA is
but
night.
nighttime videos in the UK do not do well. Like
Yeah.
all the ones you post at night, they all do worse. Like so that one you did, so the ragdoll one, which is we only have 4,200 after like 7-8 hours because we posted it at 5:30. But the other gameplay clips that we posted in the middle of the day, like the stride one, even just the one where he's doing a line, that one has 50k views. The stride one has 20,000 views. I mean, the other one before that has 540,000 views. Like, so those midday posts with gameplay all do seem to do pretty well. the ones what I'm finding they don't do as well are the ones interleaved with like real life stuff, like because it's not like if I think if people see real life stuff, it needs to be one of the trendy stuff. Like it needs to be like a meme, like a get ready with me or me doing something stupid, like seeing guys, or like it has to be something really cool and out there, right? It's rare to be like just general parkour, like just doing a cat pass in real life or just doing a dash fault in real life. That won't explode. It has to be like the real life thing you're doing has to be crazy. Like it's for the because I'm also looking at like not just views but also engagement. So like likes, like views to like ratio. Because like so one of these, let me just check. So this one here, like the 500 thing, has about 33.3k likes. So it's got a pretty good like actual view to like ratio. The others similarish, to be honest. Actually, they all have like a 10 times like for one like 10 views. The real life ones get less. So the time it seems that with UK time around midday for some reason seems nice. Around like between like 12 and 2, that kind of lunch gap seems like quite a good time to post. But then like I've seen other stuff where it's like yeah, like super late at night and shit is like, and also like different days have different optimal times to post. So like some days it's better to post because of depending on like when the most users are on and stuff. So I've got a list of like kind of all those times. But like consistently posting midday, I think is important. Not midday, but like between that 12 and 1:30, because we seem to get good traction there no matter what. So I think gameplay videos between that time always, and then we can experiment with more gameplay and other stuff at the other times as well to see, okay, if we post gameplay at 7, for example, on the right day, will that do really well? Blah blah blah. So we still need to experiment with that, to be honest. But I want to keep seeing if gameplay videos around 12 to 2 consistently do well.
Yeah.
Or at least for me, get above 15,000 views and above 1,000 likes. Because that is a like if every video we did had 15,000 views and 1,000 likes, I'd be like, that's actually all right. Like that's not terrible balance in terms of retention, and we constantly be getting an increase in followers that way. Now, yeah. So the second point of like the clips, the ones that are going to do really well is gameplay. But the reason why I also post other ones is because you never know. It's like so the gameplay we know should do well. The other clips are a bit less, but it allows for us to keep posting content while we gather gameplay and blah blah blah. And also because it could be just something that blows. There's always that chance, so we'll just take it just in case, right? But then the ones that we do post that aren't gameplay need to be like quite high quality, because like if it's just like Josh doing or Benj doing a cat plot, that'll get drowned. Like people just go through it. It's not, they won't comment. It's just looks like just parkour, but the less impressive parkour, because then we're just stealing STORROR's clout, right? It's just if we steal like a caveman video and put it on ours, it's just that's just not right. So like we don't really use the mocap stuff and stuff that we've done for the game, and because we're doing stuff in quite controlled scenarios, it's never going to really blow. So it's got to be stuff that like, okay, we get transitions between games, showing off the mocap, what it does. Like that is more so, in my opinion, for the audience of gamers to convince them to come across, to show off like, oh, these guys actually motion capture all their stuff, and they do it themselves, blah blah blah. It's for the more select few that have doubts about the legitimacy of what we do and what we're doing. That's for them. And then for the general public of like everyone else, it's like gameplay to show off what we're doing. That always does very well. And then each video, I'm finding each video needs like the base caption of like depending on like the quality of the video. So I think if we have a video where we have what it is in the game. Like, so say when we have this tutorial mission, the caption, I'm just going to be like, get the demo to play the tutorial and none other bullshit. When it's stuff that we're working on or is coming soon, my main thing is to be very like careful and honest with our wording, because the one thing is like, because there's a lot of people looking at it, if say 10 people buy it under, like, if one person buys it and is a bit confused about the pretense, it's like, oh, okay, you know, he was a bit confused, if we have to refund one person, whatever. But then if 100 people buy it under confusing pretenses, that affects our credibility, and then that feeds into then the Discord, because then you have 100 people in the Discord that are like, what the fuck, this isn't what I thought it was, messages in Discord, blah blah blah. So that was my one thing. I'm like, let's really try and like keep our legitimacy and credibility throughout, so that no matter what anyone says, we never try to scam anyone, we were never shady, we were never like, we stream everything, like we're super upfront and honest about what it is you're buying and what it is you're getting, and like we have all the details in the website, so when they go on there, it's all there. You know, if they'd want to read it or not, that's their problem, but it's all there. And like, we never say we have something that we don't, right? So I changed the caption today because it was like, I put initially, it was like, get the demo to do this yourself, which is technically wrong, because if you bought the demo, the ragdolls would look nothing like that, which I was like, it's kind of shady, because like, if I bought a game and I saw a video and it looked like something, then I bought it was something else, I'd be like, what the fuck? So I changed it to be like, get the demo to throw Josh around yourself like this when 010 drops, or when the next update releases, or whatever we do.
Yeah.
Like, just to basically just full transparency, and like, it doesn't have to be like, we're not ready yet and this is coming in a month. It doesn't have to be as like overt like that. But I think it's important to have for our sake, you know, because obviously like this also reflects on STORROR. Like, it reflects on STORROR, it reflects on hits, you know, like any, like, I know there's no such thing as bad publicity, but in terms of like brand and, you know, people trusting and the audience that we're bringing in, like, we don't want to be known as like that I bought this game under shady pretenses and blah blah blah. So yeah, I think with captions in that, if it's something that we have, big call to action, as in like get this now, do this now, play it now, blah blah blah, because we have it and what we're showing you is what's there. If it's something that we're working on, because those are the two really. It's not, we're never going to show something that we don't have or plan on having. So if it's we're working on it, blah blah blah, we present it with the sense that we're working on it, it's coming soon, that kind of thing. So that where they say, okay, you know, this is coming, I'm gonna get it because I want to get it when it happens, kind of thing. I think that's the main thing about the content and like the transparency of it. And then other than that, like, because I suppose to like Jasmine, it's a similar same thing. Like, we both learned that the gameplay is really that's the best. That's what I mean. Really, that's what people want to see. It's good, like you said, to mix it up, to showcase just like we're actually legit with what we're doing and the processes we do, so it feels like more of a, I know it doesn't get views like it, but it feels like more of a game when you see like, oh, the motion capture, and they also show this, and it's more real, it's more legit than just like, are they taking clips from somewhere else or blah blah blah. No, because like what I do, because it's almost like, because with TikTok, it's like there's a lot of brands that are notorious. Like Jasmine was saying, she bought those trousers and they were just nothing that like what they looked like, right? And that brand now, half their customer base are like, this brand is they made money, right? That's fine, made a bunch of money, but no one's ever going to buy from them again because they're a bunch of scammers, right? And at the end of the day, we want players to play our game when we do release it. So
no, I mean, like, we would never have a problem with integrity because we based all our foundation based on that, right? Like the last 2 years of our lives, and you know, like the whole premises of this, you know, we were always very clear from the beginning. If anything, it was more like not convincing people, but just like
Mm.
sometimes the hardest thing is to prove that you are innocent, right? It's like
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
and
100%. Like it really is.
as weird as
Yeah,
this sound, right? I mean, but yeah, like it's quite weird that you need to prove that you're not a scammer, right? I mean, well,
yeah. It's sad because it's just there's so many. It's just the market is just so flooded with
yeah,
them, like people
yeah,
scamming in games that aren't delivering, and it's like
yeah,
the crowds were saying about one of the BMX games that's like they disappeared for 5 years after, like that kind of stuff.
yeah.
It is rife. So I can understand why players are easy to be like, what the fuck, or blah blah blah.
Ah, for
So
sure. But
as long as we know and we cover our bases and like we've been fully transparent, blah blah blah. It's like you can rant all you want, but it's all there. The evidence is all there. Like at no point did we trick you. At no point did we do anything there. So, which I think that's, as long as we stick with that, we'll be fine.
yeah, exactly.
And
I
then
think we
the,
won't have any problem with on that side if we keep doing
the
what
and
we
then
do.
the content itself. So I definitely think start up the hits TikTok. I think I'll have a hit social for everything. So Instagram, we already have the Instagram, have the YouTube. Obviously we stream all there. Definitely start with the TikTok. I think it's just to have like, how to put it, like, establish like the legitimacy amongst it all. Because I saw some things like, who are these people? Like, some people don't know the
Yeah,
YouTube. They're not going to go on YouTube and search a hole and sleeve when they see us
yeah,
posting clips, and there's like this back and forth. So I think as we start to drive traffic from SPP to hit hole and sleeve, and that builds up, then we can start to like work on how we manage the clips and that, to see
Another
like,
point to that as well is it's probably going to be worth investing in some SEO to get hits as come up as results, as well as holding the sleeve, because people are going to search
yeah.
hits a lot of the time and it doesn't come up with them ever.
that is
Hmm.
tough, right? Hits are such a common word, right?
Yep, that's going to be a nightmare, but it's something that needs to be looked into, I think.
I always thought
Yeah,
that
and then
the CEO as a super mega scammy, like opportunistic. I don't know, like if you've not got no skill, like I see like in the industry, right? I see like if you're not very good at doing something, then you just reinvent yourself on the current bandwagon. Like I mean, CEO now is it's quite an old, almost like with Chat GDP and all the stuff. CEO it would be completely useless in a few years. But yeah, I always thought that it was like if you're really shit at doing anything, just reinvent yourself as an expert in some bullshit, shitty stuff, and that always flies. Anyway, just end of the
it, yeah, just like last few things with the videos we post as well. I know Jasmina, she spoke to me, said she's also going to be posting some stuff when extensive clips, because she also wants to keep being involved in that. And obviously she knows what she's doing there, so definitely there. I want to keep posting stuff as well. I think, yeah, hits, whatever dev stuff that you want to post, everything for sure. If you keep sending clips through to me, and then I'll liaise with her so that we know, like, because I think when there's like 4 people all posting, it's like, when are you posting to? Oh no, are you posting? Did you post already? It's a lot of like cross management, and it gets a bit confusing. So then if we have like her, me, we'll do their hits, whatever. Like, sort of like the Instagram, like whatever you want to put on there that's dev related, defo, and anything you're working on, I think will be quite cool. I think the hits can be quite cool in terms of like the progress kind of stuff, like as it progresses and stuff like that. And then, but like any like very good, like, this is
Thing.
coming, big call to action kind of thing that we can use as like this is actually next. We're gonna have this in the update. This is gonna be in thingy. Send her like a good clip to me, and I'll put it on the SPP, because that would drive a lot more of like buys, right? Because then theoretically, if that clip ends up going viral, the number of buys it would get on the SPP page compared to the hits page, because they would have to go to hits to then SPP to then, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think we still got to be super consistent on both. And the main thing is posting every day, at least once,
Mm.
just every day something, but also not something shit like in terms of, because I also think that's also then is the brand you're building, right? It's like as much as like we need to be consistent, we've got to make sure that what we're actually. That's why Instagram, I'm way more like I'm hyper meticulous a bit now with what is put on Instagram, just because it's your kind of like flagship page, right? It's kind of like if people want to see how legit you are, they'll go like Instagram is like this is your showcase in the game and the best that it has to offer. You can't really like just throw clips up on there. Because that'll just affect, like, you know, that's where all the big studios and everything, that's their pages showcase the best of them and what's to come, blah blah blah. So the same for us, and then the TikTok we can do a lot more, but still like quality of what we're posting is high, so that we're like, yeah, we're not just like, I know it sounds because we are, but we're not just three guys in our bedrooms like posting video. It makes, I know it sounds like, yeah, but it sounds like we're at like proper planned content plans. We know there's themes to how we post. We post things like part ones and then part twos. And if you see a lot of comments for something, we say, this is coming soon, like get people excited for it, that kind of thing. Just so it seems like almost there's like a team behind it. And we, yeah, it just seems legit. That's the main thing. As long as it seems and feels legit, I'm more than happy. So yeah,
It doesn't have to actually be legit. We just have to make people think it is.
No, but it is like, because we're doing it legitly, right? Because we've really got to present it as legit. And if it doesn't feel like it's legit, and if it feels this is a bit shady stuff, then it's just not worth doing. But like we've seen already, like we're getting the views, we're getting the clicks, we're getting the new backers, right? It's working. It's how we can, you know, keep experimenting, see what works, see what doesn't. You know, play into what we know works, and just continue to build it the right way, so that we never like reach a point where we're like, fuck, wish we never did that, or blah blah blah, or have any problems going forward. But I think we're calm. It's really good. It's really promising. Most videos do really well. I mean, it seems like we get at least one good video a day, or like one good video every other day. So if we nail that posting pattern and content type every day as well, I think we're really good. The ragdoll video, I'm gonna do another one later this week. Are you able to do one for me? Or I don't know if you check if you actually get around to doing it. Basically, what I was saying with that was like the ragdoll. It was almost like, so with clip, you only really got to see like the ragdoll in full effect when he hit the wall at the start, and then right at the very end when he like hit the ground. It was more like just him falling, so, or like sliding down thing. But like I feel like a clip where it's quite a gnarly bail in terms of like, you know, so like there might be a better area in the map to do it, where it sort of he hits the beam and he's like crunches, and then he slides off that and hits another, you know, like kind of like poof, poof, and he like goes down different levels.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
that chain
you see his
reaction.
arms, yeah, kind of like his arms break and his neck breaks, and it looks pretty not like a bit like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I think that would do really well, because then it's like I
feel
think
like
that if
your eyes lit up a little bit too much when you were describing that.
yeah, because
Have
I'm
you
thinking
seen the
what would
last
look
comment?
gnarly in real life.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
last comment on that, it was like add gore. Like, okay,
That's what I'm
Jesus
saying. You know what I
Christ.
mean? The people want, because everyone wants it to be as gnarly as possible, which it really should be, right? Because like some parkour things are just gnarly as hell. So I'm thinking if we can make the ragdolls look really, really
Oh
like,
my god! If you can engineer it so that he does one, like if he's doing like a cat pass to a rail or something, and he lands in that death corner where his feet get stuck between the rail and the wall, and his shin snaps and starts bending. That's the gnarliest one you can do.
yeah, stuff like that would be really cool. Like just like ragdolls in like in that kind of like maybe like cat pass and then ragdoll, that kind of like a clip like that. Like I think a vault into a ragdoll, or like a jump. Say if you did like a jump off a building and then ragdolled and hit the building itself, and like you didn't make it and it crunched, and then it hit off and then hit the back building and it hit other stuff going down. Like fails that you would see in real life basically, but in parkour. I think that would done in parkour, fucking done in the game. Those videos do really well. And then yeah, just we got to use the TikTok viral or like top 10, like basically trending-y sounds that kind of also align with the content. So like, so that video did really really well. I think it was partially because that escapism track was just it's just been gigantic recently. Like, so Ray, the girl who sings it, she won the Brit Award for it, because it was just, I mean, it was just everywhere. Like, the song is just everywhere. I've never, like, more than anything, I'm probably gonna use it again at some point because it's just fucking, the song is it's kind of dying off now, but I need to figure out what song, because the TikTok viral song is that, but there's some songs that are just like, they're not on the viral, but whenever you see a video of it, it always has high views. So I need to have a look through what exactly those ones are. But no, yeah, songs
So
on that list that go with the kind of, so for the ragdolls, if it's a gnarly thing like ragdolls, the song needs to be a bit more heavy, like a bit more like try and find a TikTok viral song that suits what you're showing. If that makes sense.
yeah. So yeah. So let's go. Let's dig deep into this. Like, okay, let me sh- uh let me tell you what I've noticed about this TikTok thing, right? So I noticed that, this is like all in my opinion, right? So just like don't take it as correct information
No,
at
no.
all. It's just my assumption. I think uh we have a few, like we have a very limited case, like very limited, what's the name, samples, right, in our frequency pot, in order to make any assumption to what works and what doesn't work. My biggest disappointment about not understanding how TikTok work is that I really believe that the content is totally insignificant for the virality of the video. But let me elaborate on that. Well, first I would say we always need to have top high quality content because we like doing top high quality stuff. So that, that's
Yeah,
out
that's
of the
good,
question,
yeah.
right? But my theory is that you can have a video which has a black screen for 10 seconds, right? And it doesn't really matter if people likes it or not, if they engage, if they comment. What it really matter for the video to go viral is whatever the algorithm is trained upon, okay? And I do not think the algorithm is trained on analyzing the video with some AI transformers, right? Because that will take so much power for TikTok to run an AI pre-process of the video and say, oh, this is gameplay, we are gonna promote it, right? But first, because they will never make it right, and second, it's gonna be way too expensive to run, and they go too much stuff to show. So my assumption there is simply, you can have a full like empty video, right? A black screen for 10 seconds, and it could get 10 million views for reasons that we don't know. And that is my struggle, is to understanding what are those patterns that generates that virality, because I really do not think that engagement or number of likes and views, like, those are a reflection of the algorithm that is pushing you, not vice versa.
Engagement though also drives like liked videos. Like, you see more, like, because the videos you see on my for the page are high, like when it comes to explore, I'll pick videos with high likes. So a highly liked video is pushed to you more because those are the ones like. So
Yeah.
when you go on your page, you just go to your For You page, you just explore.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
always necessarily just has 10 million views. It has like 50,000 likes.
But he
Like
has
that is one of the key things.
50,000 likes because he has 10 million views. Like that is the cause, is not the effect. Like
No, but with the problem is, like so engagement turns into conversions because we can't view like 10 million views doesn't equate to 1,000 conversions if what people are watching they just watch and move on.
oh
That's
yeah,
the
sure,
problem.
sure. No, yeah, yes.
Because
Yeah.
what I'm noticing is gameplay causes higher engagement. Higher engagement equals more buys. That's the
Oh yeah,
key.
yes. No,
Views.
But like 1,000,000%. No. I'm only talking for the virality of the TikTok. Like what the TikTok algorithm sees in the video to make it viral. And my take is absolutely nothing. It's just complete random. I mean, up to a
Yeah,
point.
I don't think the clip itself is like they're using AI on the clip to be like, what is this clip? Blah blah blah. Definitely not. But I do think the comments and likes play into that algorithm of what gets pushed. Like a video with 1,000 comments and 10,000 likes will get pushed more than a video with less, even if
Yeah,
it got a lot
but
of views.
a video with 1,000 comments, he has been pushed already by the algorithm. It's like is a reinforcement, right? This is like, okay, you start to build up steam, but what I really would like to know is like if you have a huge channel, okay, with millions of followers, then of course like that is a self fulfilled like loop, because you got a lot of followers and then people are gonna like you more, people are gonna comment more, and the video is gonna be. But like if you are if you have a small channel, okay, and like our 500k video, right, like even if we had a loss of engagement, if like there was something else that we were very lucky about, how the algorithm worked that day, they pushed us to those levels, right? All the other videos we got very good engagement, but like the second most like performance video recently, it was like 44, so it was like 1/10 of the thing, and like content wise it was even better, and engagement wise was 10 times less engaged because it had 10 times less view. So
No, 100%. No,
Yeah,
100%. Because obviously, is like there is a relevance to the views in terms of engagement, 100%. But so one of the reasons why I think that first video did very well was because we hadn't posted for a while.
yeah,
So the content you actually posted was new. So when people saw it, it was like is like new content. Like it is like the tags would do like even from how you tag the video.
no, one sec.
Like-
No, you need to go one step before. People saw it only because the algorithm showed it to them.
I was
Because
gonna
we-
say
100%,
because
but
of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Instagram does.
100%, but I think it's because we hadn't like it wasn't a case of like it was I think it's partially because we hadn't posted in such a long time.
Yeah,
It was like we hadn't posted in a very long time. We posted something new. It's sort of like in Instagram. Okay, so in Instagram, when a person hasn't posted for a while, you get a pop up on your phone saying,
Yeah.
"Thingy, you posted for the first time in a while."
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think something similar was at play there to be like, these people are posting again, distribute, like get them pushing back out, which like connected them to be, because it's not coincidence that the first one we post after 6 months of not posting goes viral. Like that can't just be luck.
Yeah.
There's a reason that the first one we posted back, people seeing brand new, like not only did it go viral in terms of views, did loads of likes, like almost a fucking 1,000 comments, like because it's like, what is this? What the fuck? This is new. I haven't seen this before. Like all that kind of shit, because then other videos get like a 1 comment to 5,000 view thing, and it's like fucking hell, like it's like there's no, because it doesn't, the one comment is like, what game is this? Like it's like
Yeah.
not like, oh, this looks great, oh, like this is this game, I'm like blah blah blah. And again, the key thing as well is like, because so it's easier to get that initial traction with the more followers and like actual like core audience you have. So someone with 100,000 followers is more likely to go viral because their 100,000 followers will start viewing it more.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then
yeah.
it's that then exponential growth of like, oh shit, it's got 50,000 followers and 20,000 likes. Yeah, we go. But beforehand, it's like you said, if like 2 people post, 10 people post with no followers, they post the same clip. Don't mean anything. It's like I think it is, like you said, completely random. Like what exactly what's going to do, and I think stuff like how long did since you last posted, blah blah blah, those kind of things will play effect, because those are very like easy metrics to like utilize in an algorithm. And it seems like, looking at that, like I refuse to believe it was just random that we hadn't posted in 6 months.
No,
Post
definitely
the
that wasn't
gameplay,
random, right? For
and
sure.
then it goes viral. There's no
Yeah.
way. Because you can see now already, even like 7-8 clips later, none have gone quite as viral, because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we're posting again often now.
Yeah.
And I bet if we took another big break and posted again gameplay, it would also go viral.
Yeah.
Because the other thing with it is also shares. So like, if 1,000 people share your clip, right? Because a share is quite hard to get. Like, someone has to look at it and be like,
Yeah. How many shares can we see how many shares do we have here?
yeah, I'll tell you the metrics now. So the one that did really well had almost 4,300 shares.
Whoa.
So that's direct. So that one had 8. That one. So yeah. So look. So the one we posted earlier, the one with 1,517 had 8 shares. The recent one had 52, and obviously shares are connected to views, and this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm also posting different stuff. Like, we can't just exclusively post one type of content, because
Yeah.
there isn't. I don't think what's on the clip is necessarily a deciding factor, but what the trend we're starting to see is that gameplay does better. And this is what, like, even looking from all our videos, it's the gameplay clips. Those are the ones that have gone viral. Like, compared, like, the 2 security ones, the one where the cover is a human compared to the one where the cover is a game, because the tags are gaming, right? Like, I think it's like, if it's gaming and people search gaming on the tag, right, they're more like and you see gaming or whatnot, that's posts more like the engage, whatever it is. It's definitely like, the algorithm is doing some weird shit. I think it uses the metrics that are obvious, like shares. Like, obviously shares equates to more views. Like, that's just do you mean? So the content, I think the key thing is that the quality of the content has to be high, because that will translate to sales and shares, which translates to more views and more sales. So that we have to like a minimum standard for content wise.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a given already.
Yeah, that's like.
And then in terms of what content, we need to keep experimenting until we have enough data to be like, gameplay clips do what. I mean, from what I'm seeing, the trends I'm seeing now, like, obviously I think it's still too early to definitively say, but the trends I'm seeing and from how it's responding, I'm definitely seeing gameplay clips do better. Like, they just do. Like, posted same time, different thing, and it could just be coincidental. It could just be random, but there seems to be something about gameplay clips that do better, whether it's because they get more engaged. Because the thing is as well,
Well, we
the key
got
to it as well,
mostly gameplay clips, right?
the key to I think the main reason actually is the content matters, because a view on TikTok doesn't count as a view unless you watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So when it's gameplay, I think people are more likely to watch the full thing and watch it again and again and again. Whereas if it's something in real life, they are less likely to. or something that's just like you see all the time, way less likely to watch it or watch it again and again and again. If it's gameplay, it's like, whoa, that looks sick. Oh, yo, is that game? Like, let me watch that again. What's the character? Even when you don't like it, right? Even when you disagree with it and you're like, oh, look at the motion blur. Oh, the animation looks. You're still, by the time you've created your disapproval for it, you've seen it 8 times. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's less to analyze when it's just real life. You don't watch it 5 times. Like, I don't know if when you scroll through Instagram or whatever and you look at different videos, the ones you rewatch are the stuff that there's a lot to break down. So I never rewatch those fucking cooking videos because I've not got a fucking clue about cooking. So it's like when you're chopping up the garlic, I don't go back to be like, how exactly unless I want to make the recipe, right? But the gameplay clips and like games and stuff, I'll rewatch to be like, how are the animations? Oh, what move did you do? Wait, let me go back to that bit again. Like, so I think that's where the difference is that people watch the full thing when it's gameplay because you're more excited for what comes next because it's obviously progressive, right? Where it's like a gameplay is leading to something, whereas real life videos, there is so much because it's also like, what content are you exposed to, right? If I see 10,000 or like if I see 100 videos that are just real life people, I'm just flicking through, right? Like if I'm on TikTok, I'm just flick, whatever. Yep. Looks like another dude, whatever. All of a sudden, I see a video game. I'm like, huh? It's like more like it's rarer content because it's different. So it's like, is that what was that? Wait, what is that game? Oh, that looks like a game. So like even like you see the stuff with like that looks really shitty. So even like the videos, like the old ones that look crap, it's because like when people look at it, they're like, "What the fuck?" So they stop to watch it when they're flicking through. Whereas like if it just looks real, if it looks like just Josh or just looks like a real life person, they'll just flick past it like it's nothing. But they stop to watch the whole thing because it's gameplay. Because it's like, what is this? Let me see it all, and that then correlates to an actual view. Because that's what Jasmine was telling me. She was saying that to get a view on TikTok, you have to watch the whole video. It's not like YouTube, you press it and you get a view. It's like you got to watch the whole thing from start to end. And that's why some videos get like 200 million views because people are watching them like 20, 30 times. And it's not like, you know what I mean? I think that's the key difference there in terms of why some clips do better. It's because some have just more watch value intrinsically.
If we like, it's quite interesting, right? If you look at the pattern here, like we were posting here quite regular, right? I don't know if it's like every day, but we were posting quite quite regular, let's say. So so we started with 4,000 views, and then we hovered over the 5,000 mark, single digits for for the first like 10 videos, and then 35k on this graffiti tag, right? Which was the first one that got just a little bit of exposure. And then after that, we were just hovering about the 10k, 20k markish, right? Some peaks like 200k a year, 45k, but generally like 20k or 10k, right? And then we like this was massive, like almost 700k, and then we bump into 50k. Okay, this is 14, but 210k. So okay, 16k, 26k, 16k, 9k. Okay, so but now after the 500k one, we're kind of hovering back around the single digit in the tens of thousands, right? So I wonder, like, see what I see here, like these numbers here, the pattern of this number, this is what I'm saying is completely out of, because like the 14k one, right? it's got only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 comments, right? So 8 comments, and it's got, and well, how many likes? 274, right? Like this video here, 500 likes, 20 comments, and it's got a quarter of, well, less than a quarter of the view, right? So, like, this is the.
I can't see your screen.
Oh, sorry, it's in the YouTube.
Okay, I'll look at the YouTube one second.
Yeah, let me know when you are on YouTube.
Okay, I see the ones you're looking at those ones.
Yeah, so those ones that with the close, right? Very low engagement, like 274 likes and 8 comments, but they got 14k views, right? Like this guy here is like almost like, you know, twice the number of likes, more than twice the number of comments, but 4 times less the views. So this is what I was referring to when like I want to crack the reason why they are going to keep pushing this a lot more than this, right? And but I think that this is completely out of our control. I still remember what a friend of mine who was working on YouTube, and he basically said, "Well, Dad, we have don't remember exactly, but like 600 junior engineers working on YouTube, right? Because they have this, you know, it's massive, and we got about 2,000 check-ins a day, right? In the YouTube code base, in the YouTube, you know, GitHub, right? And like each one of those check-ins could drastically change the result of your search or the result of the push of the algorithm, because it's so hard to really, you know, like control that beast, right? Like imagine like a junior programmer with a checking I don't know, a wrong switch case, and then like all of a sudden like your results are like 10 times less favorable because the guy didn't put I forgot to add the enum at the end or whatever, right? So it's got like 2,000 check-ins every day. A lot of juniors writing the code. The thing is totally, well, it's almost run, right? Like, you got some general rules, right? Which we identified, right? But what really bothers me is this, right? 14k and 4k, and
yeah, no,
yeah,
100%. I think the problem that I'm still doing is we're trying to control what we can't. So we know that the virality of it, right, and how much it gets pushed is something that realistically we can, you know, tag it properly, we can, you know, have good content, but it's inevitably something is going to be happening behind the scenes that we're not having 100% control of, right? So this is why I'm not saying we're overcomplicating the process. We know the things that we know. We know that good quality videos lead to more sales, right? Because people like what they see. Gameplay leads to more sales because it's gameplay. People want to buy games, not videos of people making games, basically. So my thing is that let's focus less not focus less because it's a part of it, but let's not overcomplicate our focus in terms of like views. What can we control? We can control the quality of content, the call to actions, like those kind of like the time we post. That's the things we can control that we know, like not even time post, but like quality of content, call to actions, types of videos, that kind of thing. We know those things. Those are things within our control. So I think it's best to focus on that, and you know, as we grow following, the views will fall into place. Like we'll get the viral video every so often, and when we do, we know because we focus on our content, we focus on its quality, or we focus to the call of action. When it happens, if it happens, it's gonna result in it's gonna be good for us, right? Like, because like I think now it's becoming, because like yeah, it's like just shouldn't overcomplicate the process of like trying to. Because I think we're speculating. Because even now, like I say, I think blah, 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 I don't fucking know. Like I could be wrong. You mean
Yeah,
I say like,
no.
oh, views drive thing could be completely wrong to me. So
No, but
yeah,
I
I
don't
think it's
think
just
it like overcomplicated the process. I think like what we're doing is the right thing. Like we just push high quality content, right? Yeah. So
yeah.
that is
That's,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, just
Mm.
we just have I think that's the main thing. I think that's all it. That's I think that's the main thing. Like now we've established really like we know what we can't control. We can't control whether or not TikTok pushes it. Right. It's like there's just so many unknowns that if we try and fucking like understand it, we'll try. Like that's the thing. Like trying to understand it is stressful because you won't.
Yeah.
You're trying to understand something random. It's just impossible, right? So that's the like overcomplicating bit in terms of trying to understand it. So I think we actually, to be fair, we decompose. It's less complicated now because we just identified the factors that we can control. So if we just stick to that, we know that no matter what happens view wise, it will equal sales. So if a video does well, that's sales. If it doesn't, the quality is still high, so that's legitimacy. So whoever sees it is like, oh, these guys are for real. That equals more sales later down the line because then even if it doesn't do well, they're more likely to follow us because they're like, okay, these guys seem legit. Let me follow them, see what else they do. The follow is another viewer, which then could be converted to a sale. So like my head is always like, what's gonna sell, right? So when it goes viral, it's like, okay, when people then press our page to buy, are they gonna see legitimate content? Are they gonna see like good gameplay? Are they gonna see all the things they want to see so that they're like, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Drew was saying something very interesting last time. He said, someone needs to see a thing 7 times before they take notice, which is
They get taken by it.
yeah.
No, 100%.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that is
look,
quite
it's good.
interesting.
I think we've cracked not the code for TikTok, but our code for it, right? Like just high quality content, consistent, and prioritize gameplay because that's what people want more than anything.
Yeah, because like for us it's a very easy thing to do because we can produce gameplay clip a lot easier than a very nice edited like in real life video because that
100%,
that
yeah.
requires
A lot of effort. That's why,
effort there.
Um,
Skills. Yeah, about the yeah, about the quality of the clip, right? Despite where his guns is left because
Ayo.
I need to make fun of him. Are you back?
Maybe. Do I
Oh
want
damn,
to?
he's back. So despite what Gans said about my my phone recording, like if you look at this clip, you don't know. Like there is no way on earth
do.
that you know this. Now, I really like this rendering because if I compare it to this rendering, it's just this looks like incredibly low res. I don't know what's wrong with this, but like it just looks like I don't know, like 480p. Like this guy here, it looks a lot more fun.
I just saw one of the comments saying that we stole Storror's name.
Sorry, we store?
I just saw one of the comments on a video you looked at, and it was saying that we copied Storror's name and used it in our game.
What is that? This one?
I will be straight up. I don't normally defend guns. That video, you can tell it's on the phone.
Yeah.
The color is off. Like the color is completely wrong.
Oh, that's it. It's almost like it's smoking.
This looks like it's in game. The other one does. Like I look at the clip and I'm like, that's on the phone, because you can see the pixels on the screen. Like it's subtle, but you can tell. Like to anyone that like I can look at this and this looks like someone's recording it.
I've watched
The
enough
motion
like
isn't, but
early
the
early
color,
YouTube speedruns to
No,
know.
but
like
if you're
everything
looking
looks
on
whitewashed out.
on the phone, you can't. Yeah, but that is the fact that. So my problem with so going back to the quality, my problem with our current screen recording is that the anti-aliasing is absolute crap. Like look at what it goes like.
Yeah, the motion. People, I mean, people
Yeah,
are calling it motion blur.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
motion blur, it's the anti-aliasing. Like the hair completely disappeared. Look at that. Like, see, I really freaking hate this. Uh, anyway, so yeah, going back to the quality, right? So I think we need to have a proper setup to record high resolution video
Yeah,
because I think that is really important.
definitely, 100%. For sure, for sure. Um, yeah, the phone screen, the color looks too washed. That's the only thing. Like everything looks beige. Like it looks like a filter. If that makes sense. I don't know. Like there's no contrast between colors.
Yeah,
That
but
was the only.
like, but you can have a post process that is gonna try to simulate that, right? Which
No, I know, but I think
yeah,
we should try and get the recording good, right? Because
yeah.
I feel like we're trying to solve a problem with another not optimal problem.
No,
Like
no, no.
if it
I
is,
mean, I just like like the output of that, but for sure we need to have a proper recording so that we can record 4K 60 frames per second with no lag because I don't know, I can't. Like I I I bought that stupid Elgato screen capture bullshit blah blah. It doesn't do anything. It's just I cannot do it. I cannot record like a 4K 60 frames per second stream without glitching out, which really pisses me off. But
okay,
yeah.
well, it's alright because yeah, I mean,
I mean, I didn't think
gameplay wise, sorry, guys, go on.
I didn't have any frame rate issues just recording straight from OBS on mine, just screen capture. Honestly,
Well,
I think
it has the anti-aliasing on the hair. That's what.
yeah, but I mean, just from like a purely screen capture standpoint, I think bin the fucking Elgato. It's causing you more pain than it's worth. Just
Yeah,
record straight out on OBS.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I know what you mean because yeah, it's just there's something about the color that looks wrong on the thingy. It looks cleaner and less thingy, but like in general, like the gameplay itself has that problem. So that's just something we
Yeah,
need to
I think
fix,
the
really.
attention's better focused on sorting the aliasing problem rather than hiding it.
No. I
And I
mean,
think
we need to sort
I
the
mean, we
aliasing
can't just
problem anyway because we need to have a nice looking game, right? So,
but we need clips in the meantime anyway.
Well, true.
I do think like I'm looking at them visually, the one that has more contrast and color looks nicer than the other one with the phone.
Yeah.
Even with the blurry hair, like in the motion blur, like it just looks more. Like I think the quality, because I think what I want to do is I want to upload directly to from my PC to TikTok because there's a which I hope I can do, but there's the transferring files. Even though I transfer the maximum file, there's just something weird, and I do it in 4K too. I upload and everything in 4K, but then once you upload, it just kills the quality like a motherfucker. So
yeah.
I want to figure out for this next post how to get the optimal quality for that. But yeah, while we sort the anti-aliasing, I still just think like in-game capture, because at the end of the day, that's also what they're gonna see. Like, that's what they like. That is, yeah, they're not gonna see the textures or color of the screen recording or the phone screen recording. That makes sense. but we need to sort that out. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's a hyper problem. That's worst problems to have, I guess. Yeah, we can sort that out. Next, tomorrow's clip. Yeah. So again, yeah. So like, and then again, like, so with the video. So when you do the videos, when you record them for me, try and like keep the like the person in the center, so that like when you're watching it, you're like, because you're always scrolling, right? So your thumb's at the bottom of the page. So like if everything is going on towards the bottom, like that's the place that has like minimum attention. Like I don't really, unless I'm pressing something at the bottom of my screen, I don't look at my bottom of my screen because you're just like, it's like you don't look at your keyboard when you type in it. So it's that kind of thing. It's just like you swipe up, especially. So your thumb is there covering content. So then like keep things, and then at the top half you have the title and stuff there. So, and same for Instagram, the comment stuff is all at the bottom, like the share, the like message bar. It's and the caption stuff for Instagram videos goes at the bottom. So like imagine there's a header and a footer, and we want the main action to be in between those. So like keep it central. That was the last thing for me content wise. Other than that, it's just clips.
What clips do we post tomorrow?
Are you able to get me? I not for tomorrow, but are you able to get me like a more impactful, like more gnarly ragdoll?
Oh yeah.
I'll post it later. I'll post that later. This probably not, maybe not tomorrow, maybe Monday. Monday's okay, because I feel like a ragdoll video can do really. I was a bit annoyed that one didn't. Yeah, I hope it. Yeah, I really want a ragdoll video. I think because so far the videos I predicted to do all right have, like, I predicted the first one would do well. Like just to myself, I knew the line, the fucking thingy one was too long. It was like 45 seconds. I was like, that's gonna do shit. The other one is too short. It's like 4 seconds, so people just swipe past that fucker. And then the other one there, like you said, it's human. There's not enough like replayability to it. It's just people and no like thingy. So I kind of get why. The ragdoll, I think, like a really gnarly ragdoll clip, I really think can do very well. So I want to put like a strong call to action for that in the gnarly ragdoll clip.
Yeah, and I think we can easily update 010 with the ragdoll. If I ever find the reason why it's not working now, it just really pisses me off. Maybe you can help me on that, but you remember when we were doing 004, we had that strange thing that when we enabled the ragdoll, it looked like Josh was getting shot by a shotgun, like.
He was like jumping, yeah.
Yeah, and we have exactly the same now, but we fixed that. I remember we fixed that, and I don't remember how, which really is really bothering me.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that tomorrow or Sunday. Because I think ragdoll's really. So tomorrow's clip. Well, let's do something. Let's do a gameplay, like in-game clip. What's a cool? Let's do a line.
Yeah, actually, you know what we can do? Can you record the fastest line as you can? Like, I'm looking at the comment and see, you can see some patterns there.
It
Like,
feels slow. Yeah.
So let's,
Yeah,
because I wanted to do the ragdoll because I saw a lot of comments on the ragdoll, and I had this old code that I don't know. There is something magical about this code. It just works like the ragdoll works so well. Just like I'm almost tempted to reintroduce the ragdoll every time you miss a jump, but there's something quite fun about the ragdoll. Yeah. So and the second most, actually, the most uh, yeah, frequent comment that I saw was the game feels slow, which I mean they are idiots because I mean you think that like if you sprint is faster, right? And like it's just, but yeah,
Well, it's because like arcade games have skewed people's perception of like speed in games. Like it's like Tony Hawk and stuff like that. Have, like it is that's people what people think. Like
yeah,
it's like until you play it, you won't understand. Like because it is a game. Like whole point is not to make the game feel like you're on fucking jets, like you're on a rocket ship.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And you're just like that's what makes a level like this small. If you just get from A to B in 10 seconds, right? Like when you have to actually work your way through, it's like Uncharted, like a game like that. It's like imagine you just started ragging through the level. You'd be like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
yeah,
You don't go around and
exactly,
say that game feels slow. No, it's like, oh, it's super realistic and like animations feel weighty. It's like, yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
yeah.
No, it feels slow. Someone said, I remember someone said like, oh, speed up the climb animation. I was like, what? It's like it's just like do you know what that would mean? Like the animation would look like it's just wrong.
Yeah. Actually,
But
why
but
is
yeah.
it still bugging out most of the jumps? That is really annoys me.
Yeah. Clip tomorrow. I'm gonna bed in a sec, but clip tomorrow. Clip tomorrow. Um,
What
What
the
the
heck?
fuck?
Did we
Even I don't
change
know how to run that.
something? Like, there is something odd about the gameplay now. It looks a lot more buggy than what we shipped. What's going on there?
this. Oh, that was quite smooth. Whatever you just doing. There's I was gonna say, can we kill those black lines and just have nothing for now?
Oh yeah, yeah. I killed those black lines like a long time ago. Yeah,
Wait, so why am I still getting them then?
I probably haven't checked it in.
Oh, it's checked into Dado, not Dev.
Okay, that's
This isn't a
better.
bad
We need,
little.
we we need to have a look at the vaults as well. That there's something. It's
Th-
just some
th-
vaults are
there is
just
something off.
completely some vaults are just crap. I'll be honest. It's just they just don't look that good. Like some look really good, and then others just look so terrible. Like that is so there. There's a bug like we really need to fix when you're going from jump to like a vault to a climb. Need to have a look at that. That's one of the like that. It's just so wrong.
Yeah.
Like that dash vault, it's just terrible.
This isn't a bad little route that you can do here as well.
It's
To
not.
get a lot of like, they're decently heighted walls for this sort of thing. Oh, if you make that corner there, or maybe don't do that because you got to step on the air for it.
But yeah, something like a good clip like this where you're like really going through the level quickly. So, yeah, if you send me something like that, um, but yeah, I mean, no matter what, as long as it's freaking got gameplay, it's gonna do pretty well. That's just completely wrong. Yeah.
What is that? Is that a jump?
No, I was holding the left trigger. It's like it done a
Yeah,
step up
no,
through
it
it.
does that sometimes. There's something up with a fine ledge. I need to. Yeah, this.
Wait, what? Yeah, it was like it done a step up, but it pulled me
It does.
through.
I've noticed that too. Sometimes it picks a cat pass for well, like when it's the cat vault climb thing when it should be like a run up.
Yeah, this is a notorious little alleyway here. Like it picks the wrong one.
Yeah, there.
It does that one
Because
almost every time coming up
every
there.
time. There's definitely something about where it thinks the. Yeah, that's it. That's completely wrong. I think there's something about where it thinks the route height is.
See,
Very wrong.
I like because that happens if I hold left trigger the whole way up. I'm wondering
Yeah.
if it's taking the point when I'm on top of the
It
wall
is.
and being like,
It
oh,
is.
that's a cat pass distance, but because I'm hitting the ground first,
That's
it's
what
not
it's
anymore.
doing. Yeah, and we need to like update that. We need to actually because I think I changed it because he's root pause rather than
Yeah, because if he stops and steps down first, it's fine.
that line's really good. Can you if you do that whatever you just did, the step to climb to pop to climb, like 2 seconds ago.
Yep.
That was like around here.
I don't know if the session marker works if I just like disable it. I need to line up that. Oh no, it still works.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, something like that's really good. Maybe like a sideway angle. Oh, it's the that's like the same line as the other one, but this way we come in from a different angle. That looks really good. That looks really good.
And just brain him on the corner of the wall.
Yeah, I get that a lot as well. To be fair, that annoying. I like it when it drops down and goes straight into it. That looks really nice.
Can I sprint between getting over the wall and doing the next climb?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at that problem with the vault thing. At least I know the place that is repeatable, so I know if it's fixed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm thinking that for some reason this will say, oh, it's too slow. But you know what? It's fine because
we're gonna get thing is though we're gonna get that because let's be honest, like people on TikTok are trolls. Like you don't really get it on Instagram as much because people are actually like people want content, not just troll stuff. Like on TikTok, people are just there to troll you. To be honest, like someone's name on thing, it was literally top 1 biggest hater. I was like, so fair.
Yeah.
So there's not much to do.
So, I mean, I'm looking at your stream, but is it going like fluid for you or?
Largely. Occasionally there's little glitches, but any little problems and glitches that are coming up are the ones you're seeing. They're the obvious ones. In terms of actual gameplay, it feels fluid. It feels a lot more fluid than it looks, I think.
Okay,
which is slightly weird. It's a slightly weird disconnection, but
yeah.
To just play it. Yeah, to just play it, it's fine.
There's just a couple. My thing is there's a couple there's some vault animations that are just completely
when you clip through it and
kill
stuff.
The flow. If you kind of climb everywhere, it's normally minus the you don't really get too much problems. But there's some vaults that just kill the flow and they just look a bit yeah, and that looks good.
I'll change my player style.
Alright, I'm gonna get some sleep. I shall message you guys in the morning about the video. It will be something with gameplay though.
Nice one. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm tired as well. Huh?
What was that voice? You just nice one.
The me doing nice.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Right. So let's end the stream. I'm gonna go back to the freaking angle. And but I'm gonna take a little bit break because I'm a bit we zone out right now. I'm gonna play some chess. But have we got anyone in the stream that's still with us? Yeah, 4 people. Right. All right. Hey, Raj. All right then. Right. I'll catch you all later. Stream.
See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.